James,
Excellent.
where's your
My
face?
face.
Where's your beautiful face?
Oh, it's so beautiful. You really just
So
wanted the
done.
squishmallows, and I know it. Don't try to alter it. You just wanted
Nah.
squishmallows.
So, make me a listen check, James. We're gonna start with you.
I'm getting
Uh-oh.
ganked in my bed by some Cajun.
The uh
Fontaine is back. He's pissed.
the
97,
town's getting
starting out
vigilante
97.
good.
justice.
Okay, so you don't hear it. So what you do hear is a heavy knocking on your door as you wake up. Someone is boom, 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 boom.
Hello?
Open up, please. I'll need another listen check for you to recognize
To
the
see who it
voice.
is.
You are half awake. You're in your room.
Groggy.
You were dreaming of
63. I don't think does it. Nope. 40.
You don't know. You don't recognize the voice. Like I said, you're half awake.
Who's there?
It's
It's
Marshall Dodd. Please open the door, Mr. Hazard.
I'll be right there. Opens the door.
Okay. Um, Marshall Dodd is there. He's alone. He is armed. Um, he says, Mr.
Is it
Hazard,
drawn?
do you have any idea? Have you seen Tex?
Tex.
Tex, your
I
friend
have
Tex.
not.
You have not seen him at all tonight.
Nope. I haven't even visited him yet.
Okay. All right. He kind of looks at you very carefully. You mind if I come in for just a moment?
Uh, by all means.
Okay. It's pretty dark in there, James.
Yeah, no. I tried to look at my pocket watch. What time is it?
It is about 4:30 in the morning. You would
Yeah,
guess for how
let me
dark
light
it
a
is.
lantern.
Okay, you get a lantern lit. He walks in. He kind of looks around your. He just comes in the room, but he looks all around. You see him go down to one knee, and he peers under the bed, and then he stands back up. He says, "You've seen
You,
nothing of him." You say,
I have not.
"All right, thank you very much for your time. Sorry to disturb you," and he leaves.
Oh, okay. You have a good one. Closed
You
door.
hear him go down the stairs. Boop, 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 boop. You're on the second floor, I think. Um, you hear muffled voices downstairs. At least two of them. Then
It's just like,
footsteps come back up.
sounds like Tex got away.
Um, you hear keys outside. I can't remember where Tex's room was. If it was on the same floor as yours or above you. We'll fix it in post. You do hear
Wait, there's a three floors?
I think there was like an attic space up at the top. It was real cheap.
Okay.
I don't think he was up there. I think he was on the same floor as you.
no,
Um,
I think I remember you telling me like I was up
were you
I
up
was
on the
up at the
third floor?
top.
I can't remember off the top of my
I
head. I should have written it down. I mean, I did write it down, but I don't know where it is.
was there like just two rooms
I
upstairs?
think so. There's like
Yeah,
four on
I
the
think I
second
had one of
floor.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hear him go upstairs. You hear a door opening up there. Uh, People are obviously looking around. Are you going back to sleep, or do you want to stay up for a while, or what? James, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I should have
I
clarified.
will. I'll probably just hang out for a minute to see if he's knocking on more doors, but I'll
You,
probably go back to sleep in a minute.
yeah, I mean, do you turn the lantern off and lay back down?
Oh, yes,
Okay,
yes.
make a con check. If you make it, you can stay awake and you hear some more things. But if you don't, you just are like boop out. I mean, it's 4:30 in the morning.
46. Con check, 55.
That's success. Yeah. So you can stay awake as long as you want at this point. You hear moving around upstairs. Sounds like some stuff is being moved, possibly. And then you think you hear a door close, and then footsteps come down the steps again to this floor, and then continue on down to the first floors. At least two, maybe three sets of steps. It's kind of hard to tell. It's like and you can tell that there's at least two people walking.
Gotcha.
So you're laying there in the
Hmm.
dark, right? You blew your lantern out,
Yeah,
didn't you? Yeah.
yeah.
You hear the front door open and close. Somewhere outside.
Hmm.
Let's see if the weather does anything. As the rain starts to fall,
Nice.
slightly raining in the early morning hours. Unless you want to get up again, you are lulled back to sleep by the
Yeah,
rain.
no, I'll just go to sleep.
Yeah, you can hear it outside on the window. There.
Actually, yeah, going to sleep to the rain is best.
There is Hutton. Hutton, make me a power check.
You coming in hot?
Yeah, we're coming in hot tonight. We're on
While we're
task.
waiting, hey Tex, I have a question.
Tex
That big
isn't there.
golden apple. Did you carry that all around on you all the time, or is that in your room?
Oh, that's a good question.
Let me get Hutton opened up here real quick.
The solid gold apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I probably carried around on his person.
Okay, that was confiscated then, with all your other important items.
Come on, open.
What did the sheriffs think of that?
The big golden apple.
That's a big
A weird
gold
use of
apple.
gold.
Power check. I failed.
Okay.
59 out of 30.
The
More
hands.
dreams. More of these bad dreams. More of these.
I'm being haunted.
Nightmares of.
Nightmare.
Nightmares of racist past.
Do I get a chance to? So I see the
So
same
yesterday,
dude.
Yeah, shoving in your face.
Yeah.
This paper looks like a newspaper. It's a dream. It's like it doesn't have solidity. Again, make me spot hidden. So you're just kind of laying there, and it looks like he's trying to put it in your hand. He's trying to shove it in your face.
Right on.
He holds it. He's like holding it in your face so you can read it. None of it makes any sense. It's all just gibberish. You know how when you try to read something in a dream, half the time it just like makes absolutely no sense. That cat's in there too. You see that cat sitting across the room, just doing cat stuff, cleaning his paws, wiping. Every once in a while, he looks over your direction at the two of you. As this man is just like he's so frustrated, and then you wake up.
I want to say, can I try to say his name in the dream?
No, you're not in control of this dream.
Ah, damn.
And you failed your power check too, so even that makes it worse. You wake up to a dog barking somewhere out on the street. It's daylight. It's early. There's rain. Rain is lightly coming down. You can hear it. The roof is like right above your head, so you can hear the pattering of the rain on the roof. It's been warm. It's still pretty chilly. I mean, it's April. Your window's probably
Max Rider
closed.
is live.
And you look around. There's nobody in the room. Nothing's out of place. If you have luggage, it's where you left it. Everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. But you feel a little unnerved. But this is like a recurring dream now. It's not a whole lot of fun.
And I'm getting some answers.
Brandon Stalloid, what's your morning like? Yeah, you did get some answers.
Oh, fuck, I was trying to remember what I was supposed to be doing on this morning. I talked to the paper people.
You talked to Cunningham yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
And he recommended that I talk to the assayer.
The assayer about what?
I think I wanted information on the owner of the house.
No, you were referred to the assayer, and then you went and talked to Cunningham too. And Cunningham gave you a ton of information about the house, about Verreau, and about him dying like 20 years ago. And he told you all about these people who've been up to this house and these smugglers that were there, and that ship out there in the bay was that, and all. Basically, he gave you an information dump of most of what happened in the campaign, minus Texas murder of Jack. I mean, he doesn't. That's an alleged thing, so he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't throw that in your face like, oh yeah, Texas murder. Blah, blah.
Oh yeah, and
like,
I read the
this
newspapers too, and
you
I
looked
read
over
the short
newspapers.
stories.
So, short stories which don't have an author.
They don't have an author.
No, there's no like bylines in this paper. They're way
I would
too
have
small.
probably asked him at the time then who wrote the skeletons.
Yeah, he would give you Loren Hutton's name.
Ah,
So you've got
and
that
and
name,
that
too.
He wasn't in. Blah blah blah. And so I'll try to meet him today.
Okay, yeah. So you can go looking for Loren Hutton today. How do you wake up? What's your morning like?
Well, I wake up, I eat some breakfast, I play solitaire as I eat breakfast, and
You're down at the bar.
then I'm down at the bar,
saloon? Yeah.
and then maybe a quick glass of whiskey, and then I'm out the door.
Just a little one, just to
Just a
get
little
you
one.
going for the day. All right.
Yeah, it
Okay.
helps settle the stomach. I hear.
Quick glass? Do you just chug it?
No, I'm thinking
You
he's
just- you
thinking
just-
like it's like how big a glass, Yorie? Is it a shot?
Just like a little
glass?
shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a shot of
Okay.
whiskey. Get his day going.
Not like is that called what's the
rocks
Not one of
glass,
those.
a
Yeah,
tumbler.
not one of those.
It's
A
not a
tumbler.
tumbler. It's
No?
just a small shot glass, right? Isn't that what you? Or it's just a little bit of whiskey in a
I said
tumbler.
not a tumbler.
Right.
Not a tumbler.
So it's like a
glass.
shot
Yeah.
glass. Well, it could be in a tumbler, but it's only a shot's
okay.
worth. It's just a little
Yeah.
bit. You just down it. Or
It
you
helps
can
with
have a shot
digestion.
glass. Whatever you ask for is what they're going to give you.
Yeah.
I would like 1/2 finger of whiskey, please.
Half finger of whiskey, please.
They're like dribble.
About that much?
Yeah, probably. Swallow. He has a swallow of whiskey in the morning to wake him up. At least that's
Well,
what he
you
says.
swish all the breakfast down too. You like get it in your teeth, and then you swallow.
Oh, that is not how I drink.
Come on, that's Wild West
It's
whiskey.
the Wild West, yeah.
It's the Wild West. Yep. It's like yeah.
It burns,
like,
so it's good.
it's like brushing your teeth.
It's Wild West whiskey.
Oh wait, text escapes. We already checked that one off. Okay, so we're gonna come back to Aaron shortly, but you know that Hutton works for the paper. Yorie, you got his name. You didn't think to ask where he lived. Because you didn't even think to ask his name. I'm just gonna retro in that you could get it because it seems to make sense. But you're not sure where he lives in town. So where do you want to
I'm
look?
gonna go back to paper.
Okay. Yeah, give me a luck check. Let's see if Loren walks in the same moment that you walk in, or if there's some kind of funny coincidence of I'm looking.
I feel like I made it, but I can't remember Stalloid's luck.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think his is 60 or 65.
Did I write down Stalloids?
65. So that's a
That's a
hard.
success. Okay, yeah. You walk in, and all three. Cunningham is not there. There's a Negro. I've shown you. I've got pictures of him up, but I can put another one up if people want. And then there is.
Dr. Reno.
Where the heck is Hutton's picture? Huh. Where's Abraham Grant? There he is. Okay. Email text. There it is. So this gentleman is standing there. Well, he's in the office. The office has a couple desks. There's a big printing press. Then there's a bunch of supplies like paper. There's crates full of bottles of ink. You know, that kind of stuff. It's kind of cluttered in here, but it's kind of nice towards the front and more cluttered towards the back. And there's another gentleman. Hutton, where's your picture? Actually, Yorie, it's probably under character pics. Yeah, it is. If you just scroll up, the third one from the bottom in character pics under characters. Is your picture, and then there's Jack Justice, poor dead Jack Justice, and then there's Hutton. So there's a gentleman there with glasses. You've never seen him before. You've also never seen the Negro before.
Yeah, but these both seem like gentlemen.
They're nicely dressed. The Negro's hands are like ink stained. You could tell that's for sure. They both kind of look up as you come in. Hutton, you had just come downstairs, and Abraham had informed you that apparently Tex escaped jail last night. And shit, what's Cunningham's first name? They're on a first name basis. Luther's gone to talk to the marshal and find out what's going on. And that's the conversation that was happening as the two of you were trying to figure out if there was anything else that needed done directly that morning. It's Friday morning, so it's the beginning of the news week, so sometimes it's a little slow. And then this gentleman comes in. He's got a mustache, parted down the middle hair, very brilliantly. Isn't your appearance off the hook, Yorie?
It's 80.
Yeah, just a very, very handsome, nicely dressed man comes in. And there you go.
Good morning, gentlemen. I hate to bother you so early, but I was in here late last night with Cunningham, asking him about my business in town, and I forgot to ask where my lead lived in town. I'm looking for a Loren Hutton.
The black man looks at you, Hutton. So Abraham just looks at you.
I'm Loren Hutton.
Oh, spectacular! How did you know I was coming?
Abraham looks at you again, Hutton. Like, you want to answer that question?
I work here.
Ah, As I'm talking, I'm briskly approaching you and fishing into my jacket. Well, I've just arrived in town, and I am a paranormal investigator. And I give you my card. It says, very good paranormal investigations.
I'll reach out and take it.
No,
I thought it was
say,
very good detective agency.
Well, I went with paranormal investigations.
All right.
Maybe it's paranormal detectives, PD. Yeah, I like paranormal detectives.
All right, that's what it says. You've rebranded.
Rebranded.
Months after you started.
Midnight, California is our address listed. And I am following a lead on this house on the hill. And I read your short stories in the paper and wanted to inquire some questions about what you found up there.
I didn't find as much as Tex, who just apparently escaped.
So I can't follow that lead.
Well, you could. I'm sure the marshal would like to help.
I mean, certainly he's not around here anymore if he murdered a man.
I mean, if last night he couldn't have gotten far.
He escaped sometime last night.
These are swamplands. I'm not going after him. He's either at sea, where I have very little experience, or he's in the swamps, I feel.
What about Mr. Hazard?
Oh, he was a lead, too. I was going to follow up on it.
Uh-huh. He went up that house. He was up there when that boy got killed.
Yes, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I was up there.
Apparently a fan of mine.
Once or twice now. I think once, just once.
While you were there, I leaned in real close. Did you find any gold? That should not be gold. Objects, per se.
Mm-hmm. One moment here.
I do believe you have some gold objects, Hutton.
Hutton has them, but
Or would he say it?
Yeah, what does he say?
How do I know these things?
I feel like there's.
I found some gold discs that looked like they could be coins.
Could I, if it's not too much of a bother, see them?
No offense. I look at the card. Is there a name on it, or is it just the
Yes.
business?
Does it have
It says-
Stalloid's name on it?
It says Brandon Elderberry Stalloid.
God damn it.
No offense, Mr. Stalloid, but
Oh, it would say Dr. Brandon Elderberry Stalloid.
let me just write that in. But
He doesn't
my
correct you, but it does say that. If you would,
my personal possessions are that.
oh no! I do not want them.
I understand. I'm just
Not for any amount. You see, I'm a chemist, among many things, and I would like to verify their authenticity. And possibly, it may lead to me investigating some more things around here. I am on the lead of discussions of alchemy.
then I would recommend you speak with Mr. Hazard.
Does he have some gold objects too?
I'm out on him. I believe he may have a book.
Oh, The research notes. That is much more valuable than the objects themselves. Thank you, sir. And then
Show
I
him
will
my
turn and head on out. And before I exit, at the door I do say, and I will be staying at the local saloon if you have anything else for me. And then I'll walk out. Are umbrellas a thing?
Oh, good question. I think they are.
I definitely have an
Hopefully,
umbrella
I've been
with,
using
one
one.
of those wrapped cane handles.
You made a deal with the little people to have an umbrella
Well,
outside
okay.
the timeline.
Forbidden
Umbrellas
technology.
were
Actually,
invented
it's
4,000 years ago in
Yeah.
Egypt.
Oh, okay. I felt like they're pretty
Let me
old.
see.
If
It
only
just wouldn't
this-
be like plastic. It would be more
18th
like
and
a
19th
treated,
century.
a
Yeah.
treated material.
You always see people in Victorian England. They always
Probably
have
like
umbrellas.
Like-
So yeah,
or
there's
something.
umbrellas. They're pretty common.
Yeah.
They're
Alright.
probably. I don't know how expensive
Yeah.
they would be.
Are they talking umbrellas or parasols? Because aren't parasols? Well, yeah, aren't parasols just used to block the sun?
Yeah.
Yes. Parasols are more
Umbrellas.
meant to block the sun.
Umbrellas
Umbrellas are
are
definitely
around.
a thing.
Yeah, they're a thing. By 1877, there's a Paris Street, Rainy Day by Gustave Calabate. 1877 is when it was painted.
Oh, they
So-
could have been like thin leather too.
They're probably cloth or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, they're around. You
Either
Yeah.
treated cloth
you have
or
an
leather,
umbrella.
one of the two.
Open
Canvas.
it up. You put it over your head and walk away. What's
Yeah.
this gold you said you found? That's Abraham.
I didn't whisper enough.
You started whispering, but then the conversation, I'm assuming, got kind of loud. And it's not a huge room.
I mean,
He's sitting right there at the table, too.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
right there. I mean, it's not like he was outside.
give me one minute.
You go upstairs.
I'm gonna go upstairs and grab one of them.
Yeah, okay.
Man!
You show it to him. Have you told Cut you found this at that old haunted house?
It's in the it's in the story.
That's a story. Cunningham didn't think this was real. Oh,
Oh, I thought
he is
there was
not
no
going
mention
to be
of gold in
happy.
the story.
He is going to have some questions for you, Hutton.
I put it.
I thought there was no mention of gold in
I,
the story.
I put it all in what I wrote.
There, it was vague towards the end.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it was probably edited out. Or no, it was probably like a huge treasure of gold in the story. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like a chest full of gold, or something like that. Because Cunningham edited it slightly.
Because I think mine were like washers.
Yours looked like washers or something like that.
Yeah.
I think there was a couple other things that were found, like the apple and the little skull. I don't know who ended up with the skull.
Oh yeah, I forgot the skull.
I don't know who.
Did I end up with the rose? I don't remember.
You need to write it down. So if you don't
I
have it,
I
it's
said I
gone.
wanted it, and
still
then
sitting there
Loren
on
was
the table.
grabbing it for me. I don't know if the handoff happened though.
I don't have it on my sheet.
I thought Hutton bent
Okay.
it. Or I thought somebody picked it up and it bent immediately, and it was like, oh.
Yeah, no.
Weight of the
Okay.
bulb.
so-
I don't know if Yorie
Yeah.
was even there. So yeah,
I wasn't
you
there.
guys need to write down items like that you get. Otherwise, you've misplaced it, or maybe it was stolen.
I did.
Oh well.
Yeah.
So
It was on It's on Texas sheet.
is it on Texas sheet? Okay.
Yep.
It's
Not the
probably not
rose,
on
the
my
apple.
copy though. So
I'll erase that.
if
So
it comes down to it, well,
Oh, the rose was on there. Oh, okay.
well, no, don't erase
Oh,
it.
the
If it's on
rose.
If it's
Okay.
on Texas sheet, Tex picked it up and he
No.
ended up with it.
no, I'm saying the whatever
Apple?
it was. The apple, yeah. The apple is
Oh,
on
okay.
Texas sheet.
Okay.
Not the
Got
rose.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
erase
leave it
anything.
there.
I need a picture of your sheet before you erase anything, in case I need that.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
In case you come back as a villain.
Okay. So Yorie, okay. So you leave. It's kind of raining. And you see, shoot, he's not going to show up in the morning. It'll probably be midday or later in this afternoon. Shoot. Yeah, we need to do this too. Okay.
I would
so-
actually turn around. Not immediately. I'd probably stand on the porch long enough for him to get the coin and then go put it back upstairs if that's where he was going to put it.
Uh-huh.
And then I would turn around and go back in.
Why?
I'm very sorry. I'm not used to arriving at towns where people are. Where is this William Hazard staying?
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not so good at this.
I
Most of
feel
the
like
time I arrive
you probably walked
and
away
problems have
and you
occurred.
came back 5 minutes later with this question.
Yeah.
Realizing, whoops.
I started walking down the road, was like,
I think that's more
shit,
realistic.
where am I going?
Yeah. And then you headed back as Hutton is coming back in the back door after having deposited his little bit of gold back in his room. Then this man bursts back in, enters, and asks this question. I'm not used to being at towns where people are. Where does Hazard live?
Mr. Hazard usually has lunch in the saloon.
All right. I'll wait for him at the saloon.
Okay. And you head out.
And as I walk towards the saloon, I go, Hazard. Oh, I've met him. And I'll go towards the saloon.
Yeah, you can give me a hard intelligence check, Yorie.
A hard
intelligence. No, don't give it to me yet. There's nothing to connect it. Never mind. Forget that. Okay, Hazard, what is your day like? What's your morning gonna be?
So
This
I wake
Friday
up.
morning.
Happy that I am not in jail. I need to find a group of people to go deal with, not communists, Confederates.
Mm-hmm.
The other
Their
C word.
base. The other C word.
Okay.
No, so I'm deliberating on who I should try to hire.
Okay.
So I'm probably just in the parlor for a while, maybe talking with Graves,
You have breakfast.
smoking,
Okay.
and then heading to the saloon for lunch.
Okay, yeah. Head for the saloon for lunch. Stalloid?
Oh, I write a new letter to cancel that lawyer that I needed.
Cancel lawyer.
Cancel
Okay.
lawyer.
That'll be a week after the first one arrives.
Yep.
Oh,
They start working on the case.
Hutton.
Never mind.
You are the marshal shows up. He has a question for you. He wants you to know if you can draw a picture of Tex. A realistic picture of
From
Tex.
memory.
Yes, from memory as best you can.
I think I can.
Yes, if you could do that for us, please, we'd appreciate it. I will pay you I don't know, what's a fair price for a line drawing. He also talks to Abraham. He says, I've been talking to Cunningham, and I'm going to need to use your printing press.
$15.
Shh, Yorie, don't help. You're not there.
Oh.
What?
Oh, he was asking him.
Yeah, yeah. that was
How
in
much is
character.
how much is the bounty?
$1,000.
10%.
You want $100 to do a line drawing?
I want to charm
Really?
him.
You want $100? Okay, I want a couple penalty dice on that charm.
All right,
That's a lot of money.
Holy
that's a
shit!
fail.
Oh,
That's a
you
fail.
already failed. Immediately failed out the gate. Okay.
And he starts laughing about it.
He laughs like he was just making up a joke. Okay. He says, "How about $10?"
That's fair.
All right, thank you very much.
All right,
He starts
let me-
talking to Abraham about setting some special print and about carve. Do you carve, Cunningham, or do you carve, Hutton?
No. I just draw.
All right. Abraham, you carve, don't you? And Abraham says, yeah. And they're getting ready. They're going to make a wanted poster for Tex. It sounds like. He's pulling out typeface that you've never seen used. It's big. It's big letters. $1,000 reward.
Wanted.
Yeah, exactly. So go ahead and make me an art check. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It just has to be nice. It has to look like him. Is really what he wants.
Can I push it?
Oh yeah, you can push it. It's just going to take you longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Regular success.
Yeah, you push it, and so it doesn't take any longer than you do, and you come up with a nice picture of Tex with his beard and his handsome features and all that stuff. And Abraham takes that, and he starts working on carving a good-sized piece of typeface. It's just a blank piece of typeface that he's going to try to turn into this. It'll probably take them the rest of the day before they'll have this done.
Part of me really wanted to make it look bad.
Well, then you probably wouldn't have got paid.
Yeah, but they all know what he looks like.
They do know what he looks like, and they know this ain't Tex. This looks more
This
like
is horrible.
This looks more like that
Sneak in.
Stalloid fellow that just was in here, whatever his name is.
Sneak in features that he doesn't have, like a
On
mole
his face.
somewhere.
Just make him look like Hazard.
Okay, So,
The real killer.
are
He
you
always
going-
introduced himself as Tex.
Stalloid, are you waiting around lunchtime at the saloon hoping
Yeah.
to see Hazard? Yeah, you do. He comes in. He's wearing what, James? What color is he in today?
Today we'll go with the white again.
He's in white. He's wearing a white suit.
Today's a
Very
business
nice.
day.
I'm taking it you don't have a holster on, Hazard.
Nope.
You don't have a gun for it anymore, so until your weaponry
Nope.
arrives, you're kind of stuck on that. You can each make me actually a spot hidden. This happens
Spot
before you
hidden.
get to the saloon. Hutton, what do you want to do? Are you going to the saloon for lunch today, or?
Ooh,
I
got
didn't
it.
plan to, but I'm
Okay.
gonna ask. I wanted to
think
ask
it's a
Abraham about
Oh yeah, let's.
is there a place where they keep old copies of newspapers?
Well, he said it used to be upstairs. Now it's in the back room. We moved all that stuff down, so it'd be out of your way. There's still boxes of old papers up there, but apparently, like, they keep copies, single copies or something like that in the morgue here. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, knock yourself out. But there's only 1 or 2 copies of each one back there, so be careful with them.
And he will go for lunch.
Okay. And you can make a spot hidden as
Extreme.
well. Did anybody make spot hiddens?
Double.
Made a
thumbs up.
hard.
Hard.
Double
success?
dancing. Is
How about Hutton?
extreme.
Everybody
Oh.
made it. Okay, so
Regular.
that's okay. Stalloid, you had come down for lunch. You looked out the windows before you were eating, just to kind of, get a feel for the town, kind of like, watching some traffic. You see 2 deputies go by loaded down with guns. There are several rifles. There are, here, let me see. Let's see if I can find this. Here we go. Oh, you know what? I don't think I have your character sheet at all for Tex.
Really?
I don't see it. Oh wait, left or dead. Hold on. I have moved some of these. Never mind. I do.
Hey, I'm pretty sure it's not one.
Looks like there is a pistol. There is a Spencer carbine. There is a Spencer Big
Nope.
30.
The carbine. Well, okay. Did they get that stuff off his
Wagon.
wagon?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
The
then.
wagon and all your gear has been taken by the law. Yeah, and it's just all these rifles. Hazard, you had some business downtown.
Some dynamite.
But there's dynamite in there. I did not have that. I did not see that. I'm looking on the front page. Let's check
Yeah,
the
there's
back
dynamite.
page.
He kept the dynamite in the wagon.
Yeah, where's your
One of those
gear?
electric chargers. I think I had
Possessions?
like 20 feet of fuse wire.
Yeah. They're carrying all this stuff, basically. So you notice that, Yorie, while you're looking out the window right before, taking just about to have lunch. Hazard, you notice that you had some business downtown, and you've conducted that business. It was like cufflinks or something, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not important. As you're walking towards the saloon for lunch, you see them coming. Hutton, as you're coming out of the newspaper office, you notice this too. Both the deputies. One is a Negro. One is white, and they're just loaded down with guns. One of them has a big plunger. There's a crate that says dynamite on it that they're carrying. They're coming from the area of the livery stable, heading south. They're obviously probably on their way to the marshal's office, but they are just loaded down with weaponry. So all 3 of you noticed this at some point that at early afternoon around lunchtime. Stalloid, you've probably sat back down by the time Hazard shows up. You recognize him immediately.
And I wave him over.
Oh, okay. And then Hutton, you enter like within
I
minutes.
purposely sat at a table with 3 chairs.
Okay. Hutton, and then Hutton shows up maybe a minute after that. I don't know if you two want to have a little conversation by yourself before he shows up or not.
So you wave me down?
Yeah,
Yours?
Stalloid
Okay.
did this.
I'll head over there. I'd have Graves with me.
Oh yeah, Graves is
Um,
with him. I'm sorry, I totally forgot about that.
That's why I had 3 chairs, is because I remembered him having a manservant.
Ah, gotcha.
Is Graves still strung out on laudanum?
No, actually,
No.
I checked. Graves has
He's
gone
not
cold
addicted.
turkey. He's not addicted, so he's not pleasant right now. He is a little, but he'll be fine.
Kind of like groggy-ish.
Mhm.
Oh, Mr. Bowen.
No, I think you're thinking of Owen Starr. He's running for mayor, the newspapers say.
Oh, didn't you want to be Bowen?
That's what you called me.
That's how you introduced yourself.
Pause. Did I introduce myself, or did they someone assume my
Someone
name was
assumed
Bowen
your
Starr?
name, and you just kind of went.
Someone
with it.
assumed your name, and you're
Kinda
like,
laughed it
"No,
off.
I'm Bowen." And then I was talking to you to get your real name, and you actually did say Bowen.
I didn't
wanna say.
create Bowen Starr though. Someone
You
someone
didn't
else said
create it.
No.
Yeah.
The old man said it.
I'll let
Old
you know when
men.
you arrive. Yeah, the old men said it. The old men said it
trying
was
to see how many
Bowen
of these I
Starr.
had.
Yes.
Okay, I can't use those.
Okay, so keep going. This conversation. I'm gonna.
Did
have
you
Sean
want
interrupt shortly.
lunch together?
Do you sit, Hazard, or are you just standing there right now?
Oh no, he waved me over. Did you want to say
Well, I
something?
figured we could have a business lunch together. Here's my card. I'm a paranormal detective here in the town, following some leads.
Interesting.
Very good.
Well,
And you get my name off the card.
yeah.
Paranormal
So Brandon,
agency.
you
Dr.
missed
Stalloid.
it, Doctor.
Elderberry.
Um,
I'm writing this down.
Elderberry. You missed it. Most of our paranormal happenings have already happened.
From my experience, they continue.
Graves stands
They
up
never
and walks to the
stop.
bar. Hutton,
So
you come in.
I take a seat.
Yep.
You see them sitting there. There's a few other people in the room. Somebody's playing piano. Lightly.
Good.
Keep going, you two, and Hutton, you can
Yeah.
let me know when
I'm
you-
gonna
So,
go across.
Stalloid,
Go across to get something to
My main interest.
are you
Go ahead.
interested in the skeleton attack?
I'm
Is that
interested
what
in the
brought you to these
house in general. No, actually, I hadn't read the newspapers until I came to town, and it just kind of confirmed my theories and suspicions. Brandon Stalloid.
Why did you need to, or why'd you come about the house? Did you know it was spooky
Filled with
before
gold?
we did?
Yeah. Spooky before. No. But you did find gold. You did, didn't
We
you?
found a few gold objects, yes.
Objects that shouldn't be gold. No marks of craftsmanship upon them.
Someone made that rose out of pure gold. That would have been very impressive to see the man work.
A rose of gold. Ooh, Hutton did not tell me about this. And I glare over at Hutton.
He's probably not paying attention to you. He's at the bar or talking to the
He's at the
bartender.
bar.
That's fine.
He's ordering
Not
still
right now.
glaring daggers.
And the
Good.
bartender's trying to be patient while he stutters his way through his order.
Uh-huh.
So, there was an apple,
Goes and gets.
a rose, possibly a child's skull, and a couple of knickknacks.
Do you have any of these items that I could see? You see, I am a chemist, and I
No idea who
am following the trail of letters left by some people. I thought it was someone else because of the same initials. But then I arrived here and I discovered Jean,
Ready for pickups. I'm gonna go pick
whatever
them up.
his last
Veru.
name is.
Okay.
Or Vero.
Veru
Ah, the
First
Veru.
Frenchman.
take mine.
was who was being written to.
Okay.
That
And
is his
I-
house.
Research anything to do with the Philosopher's Stone.
Hmm.
Do you know what the
Now-
Philosopher's Stone is, Mr. Hassett?
I've heard it. I've heard its name thrown around here and there. Just stories, but once I saw those golden objects and read some of his book, yes, it seemed like
And that's what
he
I'm
might be
actually
trying to
interested
do
in,
something.
is these research notes you have.
Who wouldn't be interested in turning things into gold?
Oh, that's not my interest. It's the other properties of the stone I am interested in.
I messaged
What
you.
are the other properties?
Let's just say you could do anything a god could. But like a weak one.
Well, a weak god is still a god. Pray tell, what kind of things? Should we have a private room for this discussion while we're at it?
Nobody's listening.
Graves is still at the bar waiting for your food, James. Hutton's over there
Gotcha.
too. Hutton, you can make me a listen check if you wish to eavesdrop. If you don't wish to eavesdrop, don't worry about it.
He'll try.
He's a newsman.
He's a
He needs
newsman.
all the stories.
He's always eavesdropping.
Hard success.
Oh yeah, you hear this
All right,
conversation.
Naive.
Professor Stalloid lowered his voice a few times during the conversation.
But he's not good at lowering his
No,
voice.
his voice carries, and so does Hazard's. So even when
It's-
they're talking quietly, it's still pretty loud. Nobody else seems to be paying any attention to them. You're waiting for your food at the bar, right? Because you've made your
Yes.
order, and food will be out shortly. Graves is near you, also waiting for food, obviously.
So, with your knowledge,
Mainly, it's transmuting the properties of the physical realm. Lots of people who are low of imagination just turn things to gold. It's easy, and it gets you rich. I'll leave it at
I'm
that.
already at the rich part. Now I'm interested in the other part. I could definitely bring you on this, Dr. Stalloid. But I feel like we should get to know each other on a first name basis.
It's on the card.
Please, call me William.
It's on the call.
Oh, your first name. Yes, I know that, Mr. Hazard.
What I mean is more of a partnership than just divulging all of my information and...
I bring
Content.
expertise.
Exactly.
For now.
Sounds like you're much more learned on these paranormal things than I. What other kinds of
In the
things
grand
have
scheme
you
of
run
things, we are both still a drop of water.
into? In what respect?
To the wealth of knowledge that is the bucket.
Well, very true. I can believe that. With all the things I've been seeing with apparently living dead, or at least animate bones.
But if you are willing, I would like to see these research notes. Could we see them now, or possibly later today?
Well,
Is Saturday good for you?
if you've got time
I'm
after
free
lunch.
Saturday night.
It is Friday.
Well, if you'd rather
got time.
postpone to another
No,
day.
I've got time. Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
we're also trying to get a group together. You don't look too
Posse work is not my strong suit.
gung ho.
Oh, I'm sorry. There has been a posse formed this morning.
Are y'all hunting down
armed
that
men.
Tex?
Yeah. You would have noticed that going on.
I've already seen the deputies go by.
No. It's not about Tex. That was a odd, unfortunate incident. But this is about some Confederates that had themselves a very nice boat. Steam and wind powered.
Graves comes over
But,
with food puts it down on the table, and sits. He doesn't say anything.
Oh,
Just
and
puts it.
actually, yeah, no. But you know of able-bodied people? Did you bring anyone with you?
No.
Boyd Manning comes down the stairs. Stalloid, the little fellow that was on the stage. He heads over to the bar. Do I order here, or do I sit? And do you have a waitress? He's like mumbling something. Hutton, your food comes. Whatever you ordered for lunch.
Yep.
What'd you order for lunch?
What was available?
I don't know. Whatever.
Fish.
Sandwiches.
Yeah.
They got
Yeah.
sandwiches. They will give you cold meat sandwiches, cold fish, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Which one? Meat or
Fish.
fish?
Fish that was
Oh,
fried
just
yesterday.
Yeah, it was
sandwich.
yesterday fried fish, and it's cold.
Ooh, that's a good. Wait, is it the season of Lent? No, I'm Protestant. Who gives a shit?
Correct.
You'll have a sandwich.
It is Lent, actually. Probably. Yeah, late at. Fuck. When
Oh yeah,
this?
what is today's date?
Today is April 27th.
Yeah,
Easter
Let's see,
is the
1877.
third Sunday after the.
Easter
Well,
Sunday
say
was April 1st. So Lent
Okay.
is over.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because I remember commenting on April Fool's Day Easter thing.
Yep.
Right?
But you know what's coming up? No, you don't, because you're a bunch of white people. Okay.
Cinco
Well-
de Mayo.
I sent you a message, Aaron.
Has it actually
Oh,
even
I'm sorry.
happened
That's
yet?
Has what happened?
The 5th of May, like celebrations for that certain part of Mexico
Oh,
getting
yeah,
their
that's the Mexican
independence.
Independence Day.
No, it's not.
It's a certain part of
Okay.
Mexico's Independence Day.
Well, it's listed on this calendar for 1877 as a holiday that is
All right.
celebrated. So I'd have to look it up and do some more. Same with Juneteenth. That's another one that certain people celebrate.
Yep.
So it's not
I now
a
get
holiday or
8
anything like that at this point, huh?
I now get 8 hours off for that holiday.
Well, what I'm saying is, at this time
Hell
period,
yeah.
African
Better than-
Americans were celebrating it, but that was about it. And,
Better than it used to be Lee Jackson Day.
did it?
Yeah, I used to get 8 hours off of
Oh,
work for Lee
okay,
Jackson Day
Okay. Anyway,
in Virginia.
And I can,
Or not-
Andy,
not-
if you want.
Okay, yeah. So,
Or Jefferson Davis.
so the do you want to walk in?
Sure.
The Batwing doors open and a gentleman walks in. Why don't you describe yourself,
Magically.
Aaron?
Here, give me a minute, and I'll do one little better.
Uh-oh.
You got the
Minute.
picture. Good old Johnny Guitar.
Oh, nice.
Johnny Guitar. Let's see.
There
He'll
was
be in
never a
character.
fool like my Johnny.
Oh, there's no character pics. There it is.
Did you put one in?
I
Not
got-
yet, but I'm ready to see it.
Actually. Oh, 5 minutes from home. I
There
didn't
we
see
go.
that, Sean.
Nice.
So he is. Wow. Okay. Who is that in reality? Any idea?
No clue.
Okay, I'll have to look that up. I feel like that's a white guy who's playing
Somebody
somebody Mexican, to be quite honest.
It might be.
Maybe Italian.
I think it's from an old movie, El Mariachi. So
Good.
Maybe you're a white guy who just thinks he's Mexican.
It is Jorge Negrete.
no, my guy. No, Fernando
No.
Jimenez.
That's the name of the person in the picture.
Oh, gotcha.
So George
Jorge.
Negrete.
If it's actually Spanish,
Yeah, it is.
it would be
actually
Jorge.
Spanish.
so it'd be Jorge.
Yeah, Jorge. Jorge Negrete. Was a Mexican singer and actor. Yeah, bingo. So, yeah,
Bingo.
he's
bango.
actually Mexican. It's not just a white guy dressed up as as like a Hispanic person or Latino. So that's good. I like that. Okay, so this gentleman comes in. He's got a thin mustache. Clean shaven otherwise. Wearing. What are you wearing,
Oh wait, I
Aaron?
need to find out.
Do you have a sombrero on?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, he's wearing a
Yeah.
sombrero, which
Say
I don't know,
his clothes
common
are
now.
going to be fairly embroidered.
Does Hazard
I
have
don't
a
know.
mustache?
has it?
No,
No.
I'm clean shaven.
Ah.
Okay, go ahead, Aaron. Heavily embroidered, like it's fancy, like fancy clothes.
Yeah, like he spent $10 for the shirt.
Ooh, wow, that's a lot.
That's a nice shirt.
Does he have like a guitar case?
Same with the trousers. No, the guitar would be just slung across his back.
Okay, it's raining out. You're gonna ruin your poor guitar.
Oh,
It's drizzling. It's
Not
kind of.
if it
under
was
the
raining out,
poncho.
yeah, he would have had. If it was raining out, he would have kept it protected. Then. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it
It's under
started
his
raining this
poncho.
morning as you were on your way here. Your horse is out front. It's tied up. You tied your horse out front. Is he got above? Is his size above 50? I should just look on your character sheet.
No.
Okay, so is
He's
it
slightly
below?
below average on height.
Oh, so he's a littler guy.
Yeah,
Very nice
like
clothes.
Stalloid.
Boots. He's wearing
He,
boots.
he has a gun holster on,
Okay, he's carrying a gun.
custom made boots.
Okay.
He's got a sly grin and steely eyes.
Okay.
Steely eyes.
The one of the men at the bar turns towards you. He is that last picture that I put into the gaming texts. Down darker trails. He's a small man with hair parted down the middle, light gray hair, kind of mousy looking, wearing a jacket that comes all the way up to here. It's all buttoned all the way up. Tiny little tie. He's like, oh, he's arrived. Oh. He looks at you, Hutton, and he kind of nudges you, like you know what the hell he's talking about. He's like, so this man has. What do you want to do, Aaron? You've come in, very big, I take it. Like,
Yeah, I go up to the bar.
okay. The man behind the bar has a big handlebar mustache, tiny little tie. He says,
Yeah.
what can I do for you?
Cerveza, please, por favor. That's what he would say.
Is that beer?
Oh, yes, beer, yes.
He gets you a beer, puts it on the table. You pay the dime or whatever the hell. It's not much.
All right.
You need some lunch?
C.
Where the heck did you come from?
California.
Whoa, that's a long ways. Yeah, you want some fish? I got some sandwiches.
Oh, listen, check.
You don't have to. You can hear this. Neither one of them is being very quiet.
Yeah.
There's not much
Oh,
going on.
I came from California too. Which part?
The bottom.
I've been down there. I have a friend down there named Caesar.
A chill goes down your spine, Aaron.
I don't talk about Caesar.
Hold on, where the hell? I don't have Caesar. I don't remember his
Yeah,
last name.
I quickly turned back to the bartender then. Sandwich, please. Por favor.
Okay.
He wouldn't say please. He would say por favor.
Very well. Yep. He goes to get the work. Aaron, you've heard of a Caesar.
Okay.
He's a bad fellow down in Baja, California. Yeah. Last you heard, he was up that he wiped out a bunch of bandits or something at some old Spanish mission a year or two ago. Like killed them all. There was nothing but skeletons left or something. Did he eat them? What the hell? These are just stories you've heard recently, and you're like, oh.
Excellent.
So you've heard stories of
I
a
wanna-
Caesar. I gotta find his character sheet. Shit, what
Can I roll an insight on the look of his face?
You can do a psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, he looked at you and he just turned back and went, "Sandwich, please." Right? Isn't that right, Aaron?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, if you said a chill went down his spine, he's like, man, I don't want to talk about this guy right here.
Yeah, you've heard of this guy. He's scary.
Hard psychology check.
Oh yeah. He recognized the name immediately when you said it. which is kind of surprising. Mexico is not a small country. It's bigger than most of the countries in Europe.
Eyes go wide, and he starts walking up to the bar. He's like, "Wait, do you actually know Caesar?" Sitting right next to you now.
Oh,
There's no
okay.
seats at the bar. It's just a rail on the floor. You just stand at the
Oh,
bar.
okay.
But yeah, you
you
can
stand
stand right
at the bar.
next to him. Yeah. I'm gonna try to find Caesar's character.
I brought my whiskey over with me.
I heard stories. Did he really? I lean in real close. Did he really turn men to skeletons?
Oh no. That was
Well,
terrible
no.
magic that did that, and a little bit of Jack West.
It would have to be to turn someone to skeletons.
Yeah,
Where's NPCs?
it was actually a Chinese cannon.
Okay, that makes absolutely no sense, Aaron.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
eh?
But go ahead. It was
It was a Chinese cannon
Okay,
that would launch people.
I
And
have.
I'm just going off into the story that is just gibberish to everybody listening.
And do you tell it well, or is it more like
Oh, yeah.
you grab
No,
bits and
it's-
pieces from all over the place? Oh yeah, and then this happened. But wait, I forgot about this. It was
A little
earlier.
bit of that, then we're
Okay.
jumping back to traveling with Caesar when we first found the things from the cannon, but we didn't understand what they were. And then jumping back to the cannon and Jack West doing his things. And
So it's
Caesar was there and he helped. He did shoot people.
it is kind of a mess of.
Tell
a
him
story.
about how Caesar would always threaten to cut me, but he never cut me. I
There's-
think it's all just an
There's
act.
his full name there, Yorie.
In gaming text.
No, I sent it directly to you.
Ah. Yeah, Caesar Murillo.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He
Did I
pronounced
misread
it
that?
Murillo.
Murillo.
Yeah.
Caesar Murillo.
Yeah.
I would say it however he said it.
Yeah. That's why I'm telling
And then
you.
I would do a bad impression of him. I am Caesar Murillo. I will cut you.
If anybody's interested, there's a picture of Caesar.
Yeah.
I think it was just a front. He just wants to act tough. But he is tough. Just not in the same way.
A lot of people who are not tough definitely act tough.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for my food now.
Okay.
I'm still just waiting for my food.
Okay.
I remember that I never ordered food, and I order also one of the cold fish sandwiches.
Yeah. It doesn't take long
So
to
you
get
were
these
just-
to you.
You were sitting there watching
Yeah.
me eat.
Yeah, he was. He had no food in front of him. Graves waited till you started Hazard, and you noticed him look back and forth. Or you didn't notice, but Stalloid probably noticed him kind of look back and forth between the two of you a couple times. And he looked at the table directly in front of you, Stalloid. And then he just was kind of like. And then he started to eat his sandwich as well. So.
I just turned to Graves real quick. It's like, he didn't even order before sitting down.
No, sir. He was just sitting here waiting.
What a goob.
Also, I'll have a cerveza too.
Okay, yeah, he gets you a beer. Hutton, did you stay at the bar to
you
eat?
speak Spanish? And
No,
I
I
started
went-
going on
I
in
went and found a
Spanish
seat.
like I'm speaking fluent now.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
No.
I'll be right back. I gotta get myself some dinner.
Oh wait.
right.
Can I roll an extreme Latin to
No.
get a gist of what his Spanish means?
No, not the way he talks. It's too fast.
Latin.
Too
like-
fast.
Blah, 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 blah. He just
Yeah,
rattles
there's
off
Latin
stuff.
roots in
I know, but
Spanish.
but
no, I'm
True.
saying to James because he was like Latin.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
It does make sense.
You still got that 1%
if someone
chance.
spoke to you very slowly, what is your
Yeah.
Latin? Do you have points?
41.
If someone spoke to you slowly, you could probably pick up a few things. But he just is like, you know, people that speak their own language are they're talking. They're very excited. He's very excited. Oh my goodness, I found somebody who speaks Spanish. I can't believe there's somebody up here. Why would someone up here speak Spanish? It's like that fast. You know what I mean?
And he said a whole bunch. I go, no.
Oh, okay.
I just heard you use the word, and I Wanted to order one too.
Well, it's the
I
same.
didn't even know what it was. But it sounded delicious.
Had he poured me a beer?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
As soon as
He
you
probably
ordered it, he
would've
poured
taken-
you a beer and boom, put it it
Okay.
there, and then you ordered
Yeah,
food.
he probably would take another taste of it. It's all right.
Mm.
He probably had better beer in Mexico. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Okay, so Hazard, you're eating. Everybody's eating. Hutton over sat by himself, and he's eating. Whenever they're loud, he kind of looks up, like startled, a little bit. Boyd Manning has taken his food to a table and is eating it as well. He keeps looking at this gentleman
Oh,
with the sombrero.
I do also make sure to let him know that that me, Cesar, and Jack West are the heroes of Mexico. That we saved them that day.
Oh, you're telling this to this
Yeah.
Mexican fellow, apparently. Yeah, okay.
That we saved Mexico that day. There was nothing that could have been done, and then they would have swept through the U.S. too with that cannon.
He's probably going to do a psychology check on that.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a hard. Wait. No, that's an extreme
Extreme
success.
success. This
No,
fellow's
guys,
telling you
tell
some.
us.
No. Hold on. That's wrong. That's wrong. It's just a hard success.
Hard success. He's telling you some crazy stories, but apparently he believes them that they are completely true. Cannons
Okay.
that blow people up or turn them into skeletons, and bandits.
Cannons that would shoot people out of them,
Bandits who weren't alive.
and then they would have monstrous strength, and they could tear a man in half. They were terrible things.
You don't remember about that one? Don't forget that one that was in that church in that one town.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
There were so many bodies. Did we blow it up with dynamite? I can't even remember.
I find your story hard to believe, but there is something truthful in your words.
There's sincerity in your words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would. No, he would probably say truthful. He doesn't know the word sincerity.
Okay.
That's because these are the mad truths, my friend.
Aaron, do you are you visibly armed?
Hold on.
He has my guy does have a gun holster
Yeah,
on.
he's got a pistol. His guitar, I'm assuming, is probably. Where's the guitar? Did you want to put it on the bar? Did you lean it against the bar?
Yeah, it would at least be like right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And when the bartender does come back, he's going to ask him if he could possibly find work here, if he wouldn't mind.
You can start discussing that. He doesn't mind someone coming in of the evenings and playing.
I might gesture over to the guy playing the piano. He won't be a problem. I won't be.
He's really good. He'll probably accompany you pretty well. Just
Okay,
don't get on his bad side.
Well,
Do you see that shot glass on top of the piano?
I don't sing. I just play. Last time I sung, I got shot at.
Ooh, okay. Don't sing. Just don't get on his bad side. See that shot glass on the piano there? Yeah.
So which side is good side to be on?
The side that is friendly. Be on his friendly side.
This side or this side? And he raises up his left hand and then his right hand.
Well, no. Just be nice to him, and you'll be fine.
Oh.
You'll be fine.
All right.
All right, so you guys start to hammer out like a deal for making some money.
Yeah.
Everybody can make. Well, no, actually, just Stalloid probably is the only one who'd pay any attention. So make me a spot hidden, Stalloid.
Spot hidden. Spot hidden. Holy shit! Yeah, I failed.
You failed. Good.
I
Works for me.
critically failed.
Okay, you guys finish your
I rolled
rolls.
100.
You roll 100.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, there's got to be something that can...
There are only 5 numbers I fail on.
That's
I
real
rolled the worst one.
I Oh, that's what I did.
Yeah,
I'm like, why
the
hell
piano
did I-
player. Did he look over at you guys? Is he glaring at this Mexican fellow? Wait, no, you don't think so? Maybe
Fuck, he's already on the bad side.
one of those. Maybe I don't know. What was that? You only caught a glimpse. You're like, wait, did he just? He's playing again. Oh, I don't know. You don't know. You don't know what the hell that was about. Was he glaring at you? Was he glaring at Hutton? Was he glaring at this Mexican fellow? You're all kind of in that range. Was it Hazard? The back of Hazard's head even could have been.
I asked for the fellow's name again.
You never asked for his name. No one has asked this gentleman what his name is.
I asked for his name.
Okay.
Mi amo, yeah, Fernando Jimenez.
I told the bartender I would like to send the piano player his favorite bottle and say that it's from Fernando for the start of a good partnership.
Oh, no. That's what Warren Blank tells you. No.
No?
I will send him a drink.
Oh, okay.
Just one. You can space it out. If you want to buy a bottle, we'll space it out over the next week.
His next week's drinks are on me.
All right. So you give him like what? How much?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. How much do you give him?
$5. I don't
All
know how
right.
much
You give him
drinks
$5
are.
bill. Okay, yeah. He takes it.
Yeah.
And he pours a whiskey and takes it over to the piano player, puts it up there, takes the old shot glass.
I said it was
He
from
says
Fernando.
something. Yeah, he says this is from, and you see him pointing over
Fernando.
towards Fernando, and then he raises it up and clunks it on the piano, and he
Sorry if this is interrupting.
plays
but
with gusto again.
I can't hear anybody.
You can't hear us?
Yeah, you're breaking up.
You're not backing up, but you're like really jittery.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Oh, there it went.
Yep,
There
he's
it went. He's
frozen.
gone.
Hazard jumps up, runs out of the room, shrieking. No.
The goal!
Where's my gold? Damn you, Fontaine! You took my book. He's gone. Okay. Anyway, so yeah.
Damn, that hurricane moved fast. Oh,
Yeah. They're in Charlotte. No, they're not getting a hit yet.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
We're gonna get hit. He's back!
Okay, there we go.
Yay! You didn't miss anything, actually.
Wait, who's gonna get hit?
No, we're talking about the hurricane. That you're in the path. I'm in the path.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm not in the path.
You're in the path, Yorie. Yes.
Andy is, but you're not. You're
Yeah.
not.
Because he's 5 miles that way, or 20 miles that. Okay.
It's
Your place is gonna flood. I mean, your town is. Anyway. So, after
your
lunch,
driveway is.
what do you? Yeah, probably. What do you want to get? What is the plan for people? Or are we not done here yet?
I'm gonna get back with Hazard and go see these notes.
Oh yeah. Okay. Somebody like as you cross the room, somebody like grabs the cuff of your shirt or your jacket, Stalloid.
Uh-huh.
It is that little fellow.
Uh-huh.
Little Billy.
Do you remember his name?
Nope.
Did you write it down?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Does Hazard remember his name?
Oh, Hazard doesn't remember.
Not
the
Hazard.
help's
Sorry.
name.
Hazard hasn't met him yet. Sorry. Does Stalloid remember his name? Did he commit it to
I'd
you?
give him a roll.
Yeah, give me an intelligence check. How about that? We'll do that.
I'd give him a hard intelligence.
I mean, you talked to him a little while.
07.
Damn.
So
Yeah, that
actually,
is
yes,
Boyd Manning.
Floyd does remember. Floyd Manning.
Boyd.
See, I thought it was Hamming.
Boyd Manning.
Boyd Manning.
Correct. Okay.
Ah, yes, Boyd.
He's like,
Have
you're not leaving yet, are you? He's holding a pocket watch, an open pocket watch. He says, it's almost time.
Almost time for what?
Yes, exactly. and he goes over to the bar. He's got his plate. And he takes his plate over to the bar. And then he stands there and he looks at you and he's looking at the door like he's expecting
Like
something to happen.
The front door?
Yeah, like the Batwing door.
I
He's
will
like,
go go towards the Batwing
No, don't get in
doors.
his way.
I will go to the corner
Yeah.
to the left of the
Yeah,
Batwing doors.
okay, yeah, you're
and
over
I
there.
will sit at the table there again.
Yeah, okay. Hazard, he just crossed the room. He said something to this little man with pince-nez glasses, who's now standing at the bar, like just watching the door. And Stalloid then walked over and sat at another table, kind of like off from the front door, where if somebody comes in the door, they're not going to immediately, like, you have to turn around to see where he's sitting right now. Or you have to look around. It's not a straight line.
So this little man is real?
Well, yeah.
And I'm gonna put my camera on the
think he
table.
Okay, yeah. He puts a camera on the table. It's, one of those box. It's a box. But wow, it's a camera, you think. Holy crap. Those are fancy. And then a couple minutes later, a youth runs in through the door. Just bam! It just bangs open. It's Stalloid. You recognize one of the kids. Not kid, really. He's like 15 or 16. Who works across the street at the general store. And he's looking around. He goes, Roy! Mortar Blank's like, hey, don't come in here and start causing a ruckus. And the boy's like, oh, I'm sorry, Miss Blank, sorry. Where's Roy Fleming? Where's Roy? He's got to know. He's here. And Blank says, he is in the back. Go on. And the kid's like, thanks.
In my head.
And he runs into the back, and you hear like a shriek.
I
like,
would start going towards the door and
what?
going over to the general store.
Okay, yeah. You exit, and you see down the road, or down the street, coming this way, is what looks like a medicine wagon. It is yellow and red. It looks very familiar. It's being pulled by a couple of horses.
How many?
2.
2. Okay.
Yeah. They do not look familiar. There's a man sitting on the front with a mustache, wearing kind of nice clothing. And he's like, that's indeed, ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Brandon Stalloid. I am here with books. I am here with potions. And I am here with a surprise. Come this afternoon to the edge of town. He's like, he's basically barking. He's doing barker stuff. Like, to the edge of town, you will see delights and amazing things like you have never seen before. He looks. He's got a thick.
Look like this.
He looks like this. He's got a thick black head of hair.
Oh no!
He's an older gentleman. He's older than you. Not as good looking. He's got a really kind of a long string of a mustache. Very beady, kind of beady blue
I do
eyes.
like that he's doing the same pose. I know he's not. Never mind. I remember Tesla having his hand up. I think I'm thinking of a different picture.
I
of
think
Tesla.
you are thinking a different picture of Tesla.
He's got some bad hair.
I don't think that's his hair.
I don't think it is
You
either.
see the other kid across the street standing out front with a broom, like on the side it says Professor Brandon Stalloid. What was it said? It says kind of the same things as yours, but it's got additions of Jack West novels available is slapped on one side.
It was like it's alliteration. And
Yeah.
I think it was something like
I've got the mini around here
I
somewhere.
don't remember what it was. I think it was all
wait.
T's. I think.
Hold on.
So he would have maybe like
Okay, hold on.
Definitely hold on now.
Okay.
he would have something like
Yes.
marvelous miracle medicinal mixtures.
Brandon's bountiful brandies.
Bountiful brandies.
Stalloid's stupendous supplements.
That's right.
There's the medicine wagon.
There it is.
It looks very similar to this, yellow and
Boy,
red.
that is bright.
It has the addition of, in this slot right here, it is Jack West, the amazing Jack West novels. Little potion ball.
Should've
It's
brought
very
my
similar.
wagon.
It's very similar to yours, Stalloid. Not identical. Some of the things you had on the back sections, some things were written down, that you would provide. It has different things than you had. You had actual not prescription stuff, but stuff that you knew was actually prescription medications and stuff. This has different stuff. But yeah, but it is very similar to your wagon, as if someone has studied your wagon or at least seen it enough to.
I traveled a lot.
Yeah, you did travel a lot. A lot of people saw your wagon. I mean, you fucking traveled Colorado to California one time, and so dozens, if not hundreds, of people would have seen it. So it's not totally out of the realm of possibility. Even people could have even taken a photograph of it, and made this copy. You don't think it's your wagon. You don't think somebody has been to midnight, stolen your wagon, and brought it up here.
Good.
And there are subtle differences too. Different studs on the wheels. These look like brass instead of like silver or whatever you had. The door in the back has a different kind of a little window on it. It's subtle stuff, but it's very similar to your wagon. And so he's just going down Main Street.
His probably doesn't fold out the way mine did on the side.
No, it probably doesn't. It might fold out. It's hard to tell. It's rumbling down the street in the rain. It's not pouring, but it's coming down pretty consistently.
Mine had shelves that folded out on the sides, and then I would pick things out of boxes and put them on the shelves.
And you had a way that you could turn it into. You had almost like a countertop.
Like a counter,
that you could actually sit in the wagon and sell shit out of it. It might not do that. But anyway, this guy's just going down the street. You spot Cunningham down the street. He's whipped out he's writing furiously in a notepad. There are several children following this wagon, or young people. It's almost like a little parade. People are like, yeah, Jack West, that kind of thing. There are some adults that are looking very confused. The two old men are like, and they look over at that poster.
Do they look at me? No.
I don't think you've told them your real name.
I haven't.
No, they don't look at you. They didn't pay any attention to you.
All right.
They keep looking at the poster back, and they're like, do you think that's that Brandon Stalloid fella? Well, it says on the side that I can see Brandon's bountiful things. I don't know what that
Biscuits.
Brandy's. They're talking about this.
Okay, so he does have the same thing.
Trying to figure out if the big, huge words are the same. Right. A lot of the little stuff is different you can tell. And there's some additions, like Jack West novels sold here.
I have a question. Are the same letters worn down on his?
No.
Okay.
No,
this is perfectly painted.
Yeah, these are nicely painted.
All right.
I'm trying to remember which ones were worn down on yours.
It doesn't matter. It's the Stall in Stalloid.
Oh, I didn't do that on this mini.
And it's the N in Brandon.
Okay.
It's for an inside joke and nothing else.
That's the side that's riding down the street.
Gotcha.
Stalloid Stupendous Supplements. And they're like, well, it's gotta be. That's the dumbest name I ever heard. That kind of thing. Insulting. Not meaning to be, but just,
Yeah.
They're old men. Yeah, exactly. So they're talking about it as he goes down the street heading south. Talking about he's going to be setting up on the edge of town. Come down and see the amazing. He's got a whole.
I'll shout out which edge of town.
Try them both. He points. He just kind of points your direction. Try them both. As he rides on, he's just like, he seems like this very, very exuberant, big fellow, big personality fellow. You guys saw Stalloid step out. And actually, Manning's standing there beside you. You look and it's one of those, or whatever, all of a sudden he's just right there. He's got his pocket watch. And he's like, right on time. And he closes it up.
Now, if you knew this was going to happen, why didn't you tell me on the car? I told you my name. On the stagecoach.
Yes, exactly. And he heads down, he's following the wagon.
No, why didn't you tell me?
Come on, I need some help.
Okay. Following him.
Okay. Anyway, so meanwhile, back at the bar. Hutton, you do hear some shouting or talking. Somebody's outside.
Sounds like a ruckus.
It does sound like a ruckus. Everybody's done eating at this juncture. Fernando,
Oh,
you've worked out to play here. It doesn't pay a lot. You're gonna have to find other jobs, but it's something. It's a salary. Um,
yeah,
um, do you hit him up for a place to stay?
yeah. I might ask him. Like, um, actually, would he be willing to let him just stay there if he plays?
Um, give me some kind of Do you have a social skill?
Yeah, I
Charm
got a couple of them.
Well,
or
there's a
fast
nice
talk
boarding
if you want to
house.
lie, like.
No, no, I'll charm him.
And you could use you could also use persuade. Persuade would be the best. But you could use
Um,
charm if you want
yeah,
to get buddy buddy with him.
yeah. I'm using a charm.
Okay, make a roll.
Miss Evelyn's
Regular
boarding
success.
house.
Regular success. He does have a small room in the back. If you help him clean up at night at the end of the day.
Okay.
All right. So he'll let you use that room. You're going to help him at night. You're going to play, and you're going to help him at night at the end of the day. You could put out a hat or something for tips as well. He's good with that.
Okay.
Or a boxer.
Nice, you got a
whatever.
pretty big hat.
He does have a huge hat.
He
Well,
probably
it's
would have
all-
had a guitar case, I guess I would assume. I mean, if he's going to travel with it, it's
It's
one of
probably
his
a good
treasured
idea.
possessions.
Yeah, we'll say it's that you have a guitar case, pretty nice guitar case with a big strap on the case as well, so you can either hook it to your horse or throw it over your shoulder. So you guys have ironed this out, and that'll give you a place. That'll give you a place to stay for now. It's just a place in the back. It's a very small room. It's basically got a single bed, some hooks on the walls to hang stuff, a chest.
It's probably better than a lot of other places he's stayed at along the way, though.
Definitely. It doesn't. You don't see any like water stains, like there's leaks in the roof. It's got a window. It's got a very small window, but it's got a window.
A window, that's great.
Yeah, and it's very close to the back door. So, yeah. So you're dealing with that. Hutton, what do you want to do? How about you and let's do you next. Yeah, quick. While you're eating, Sean, quick talk. Choke on.
He was going to head back to the newspaper office and start looking through boxes.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna try to do some. Yeah. So what are you looking for?
Well, I want to see are the boxes dated or is it just they're thrown in randomly?
No, they're dated. It's actually pretty well. It's yeah. It's they've got stuff
Archived.
written down so that you can find specific if you want to look for specific dates.
I want a library use roll.
That's what it's going to need, a library use roll.
Yep. Guess
What
what?
are you looking for, though? Are you just looking?
I'm looking to see if anything that was put in the paper might give me an idea of what happened to. So I want to look at shortly after Wilkes stopped being in charge of the paper.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me a library use. It'll take 4 hours to do this. You're sorting through. You're trying to figure out. The boxes are dated, but they're not like in order necessarily.
Okay.
They moved all this shit down and just kind of shoved it back here because they expect you're going to leave at some point, and then they can actually put it back up there. But
I got a 49 out of 50.
49 out of 50. Okay. So you're going to be doing that for the afternoon, for till almost supper time, or till about 4 in the afternoon. So how about Hazard? What do you want to do in this time?
Well, after eating, go out the door.
Yes, Stalloid's
Can't
gone.
see Stalloid.
Wait,
Just
Stalloid,
like,
did you just stay on the porch after that, or did you go with
No, I
Manning?
followed Boyd.
Okay, yeah.
Boyd,
You
Boyd
go. There's
Manning.
Stalloid's just gone. You have no idea where he went.
it's a small town. He'll find me later.
It is a small town.
I'd like to head, if Marshall's not out with the posse, to see the Marshal.
Yeah, he is. He's out with posse. There's
Thought
one. There's the white deputies there.
Got you.
Yep. It looks like they have piled all of Texas shit up in the corner for now. I mean, there's just a bunch of guns over there. There's a crate marked dynamite. There's a plunger. There's all this fuse leaning against
What the
it.
hell? No.
It looks like there's some luggage, saddlebag. Oh wait, no, he did. You
Nope.
did have luggage, didn't you, Tex? You actually had like
No.
a suitcase. You have a satchel or something.
No, there might be a safe.
Oh God! I thought that safe was connected to your. It's not connected. It's just a small safe.
Yeah, it's just a safe that he had in the wagon.
Yeah. Okay. You guys missed that. That was while you were at lunch when they hauled this fucking safe. There's a safe.
Through town.
It probably weighs over probably 100 to 150 pounds. I mean, it's just.
They didn't get a wheelbarrow for that.
No, they just carried it. They were.
I left. Jack Justice left one at the horse stables for anyone to use.
Yeah.
He's contributing to the
They
town.
probably asked, and those two jerks that run the horse stables like, we don't know about no wheelbarrow. Remember they messed with Jack? They almost sent you to the Pickers Guilds to get murdered?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So those guys aren't real helpful to everybody, just certain people who have breasts. Anyway,
Breast.
yeah. So
Breastplate people.
yeah, so that's who's there, James. And there's obviously you recognize some of Texas stuff.
Oh
yeah. It's a safe. Does it have a? It's got a dial, right? So you have to have a combination to get in.
I would, whatever. I forget what kind of safe it was. Let me see if I got it written
Okay.
down. What kind of safe it was?
Yeah, you check on that. Anyway, do you want to talk? Oh, and there is another man there. He's a little fella. I don't remember if you have met him before. Hazard. He's kind of. He looks kind of confused. There he is. Got kind of a mess of hair. He's fiddling with the
Good.
safe. He's got.
Oh, I
it looks
remember
like
him now.
he's got a little satchel. It's
I don't think
open.
you met
There's
him, but-
there's all kinds of stuff in there, like bits, like little metal pieces and stuff like that. He's got a magnet right now. He's messing with it.
Well, good afternoon.
Oh, hello, Mr. Hazard. How can I help you? He's tuckered. Looks like this deputy is.
Nope, I
he's
just
all-
wrote safe.
yeah, it's probably
just
got a
wrote
dial. It's probably got a dial and a handle on the front. Right? Does that work for you, Aaron?
That's fine.
Due to the chaos that ensued these last few days, I was wondering if I'd be able to get from the evidence of my property, if I could grab one of my firearms.
Okay, I'm gonna need a persuade from you, James, on this one.
Sure. Nice. That's what this guy does.
I know. People like it.
Where the hell? Oh, okay.
Come on,
Say what?
0
Some people
0.
like that.
Don't move.
43.
43. Is that a
out of
success?
70. Yeah.
43 out of 70 is a regular success. All right, I'll need you to sign something though. He pulls out something. He jots down what you're taking from your own personal property. I don't think the marshal will have a problem with that. I hope. But I do need you to sign.
If he does, I can always return.
Okay, yeah, he wants you to sign for it.
Yep, sign it.
And write down. We're gonna write, and he wants to write down everything that you take. So what are you looking at taking? One of your hazmats?
I'm gonna grab another hazmat. And I could probably get a Hazard 77 rifle.
Yeah, okay. That's like a Winchester 76.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is
yeah.
literally, yeah.
Yeah.
Released
Knockoff. It's
the
either a
year after.
knockoff or it is they invented it
It's a
first. It's
knockoff.
all kind of really fluid about whether or not Hazard's stealing from someone else or someone else is stealing from Hazard at this juncture. Yeah. As long as you sign out for those two things, he's willing to let you have both of those. You guys get to the crates. Actually, he has to take you to another place. So he locks up the office. He leaves this dude in here who's messing with the safe. They go to this warehouse. They have a small area and a small warehouse nearby that they have put the evidence. It's very heavily locked up, and there is a man guarding it. It's just another person from the town. But obviously, this is not a real secure area. So you crank open the couple crates. You get what you wanted. He asks you to sign this form. He tucks it away, and then you guys go back to he heads back to the marshal's office. You can go wherever you want.
Look, I will head back to the place I'm staying to put the rifle away.
Boarding house? Yeah. You
Well,
can
I
go back there. Stalloid. let's see. Hutton. Okay, Hutton, you're busy. Stalloid. This little man takes you to the bank. It's a big structure, and he's like, yes, and he's got a piece of paper. And he says, there's some items here, for me. I've come to pick them up. Yes. Yeah. The clerk looks at it. He says, just a moment. He talks. He brings out the guy in charge of the bank, the president, who you don't recognize. I can give you his picture if you want. There he is. Let me find him. He looks like this. He has mutton chops, kind of a tired expression, like he kind of looks down on people, but he seems friendly enough. He talks to Manning for just a moment. He's like, "Oh yes, sir, we've been waiting for you to pick these up." He gets the clerk to go with him. They manhandle out these 2 crates. They're very small, but they're apparently very heavy. He's like, yes, yes, that's exactly your name, Mr. Stalloid. Sorry, Doctor Stalloid. Could you help me with these, please? He picks up one.
I'll help him with one.
They are super heavy. What's your strength? They're very
strength of 40.
40. This is not going to be pleasant.
Hernia.
The gentleman who owns it says he sends the clerk off he brings like a dolly. Basically, it's just a simple couple wheels, and they put them on the dolly for you. And with the help of both men and the 4 of you get them down the steps of the bank into the street.
And I would have to ask Boyd. Now, Boyd,
yeah,
what is in this?
Oh, I'll tell you tonight. I'll need your help with these tonight. I assume we can keep the dolly until we actually have to return. Is that all right, Mr. Ebersol? Can we keep this for a few hours? Yes, thank you. Oh, okay. Okay, so you guys freaking haul this thing back to the saloon. The boy...
Through the mud.
Yeah. It's not a pleasant experience. The boy helps...
And on the way, I do ask him, what does this have to do with that other man?
What other... Oh, yes. You'll see. It's important. You just have to trust me.
Going along with
just
them.
A little trust. I promise nobody's going to be hurt. It's nothing like that. It's just... but it's... Yes.
You said tonight.
Yes, tonight. Yes, he checks his watch again, and he puts it away. Like...
What time?
Oh, after dark. It will have to be at 9:15. If you can meet me at my room. He gives you his room number. So you meet me at 9:15. I would advise you to see the show beforehand. That will give you some insight, I think. He's going to be on the west side of town.
I help him get to the
yeah,
saloon.
Yeah. It takes a long time.
What time is it now?
Miserable. It's just at 1:30 in the afternoon. You
I'm
did see he came back through town, headed over towards the west side of town.
I never ask anybody where they live.
No, you don't. This is after you've helped him. He's got these 2 heavy boxes.
I know where this guy lives.
Yeah, you definitely know his room. He even gave you the number and everything. So
I ask at the saloon.
Yes.
Where does William Hazard stay?
Okay, does the bartender know where you live, Hazard?
Unless he's asked me.
I don't think he does. He's not sure. He advised you to talk to Mr. Cunningham, maybe, or Mr. Hutton. Hutton's always hanging around.
I go to Cunningham
or Mr. Starr,
and I say,
if you can find
where
him.
Does William Hazard stay?
Oh yeah, he checks his files. Yeah, he knows where Hazard is. And actually, you hear out front. You hear that Stalloid fellow again.
Asking once again, where does
Hazard live? Yes, he gives you an address. It's on the other side of town. There's a boarding house, Jenkins boarding house, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Okay.
Heading over.
Fernando, you have moved in. You got your stuff into your room. You have a key for your room for as long as you want to stay there. What are your plans this afternoon? You did see this wagon come back through. Oh, Brandon Stalloid, blah blah blah, all this other stuff. Yeah, you know Brandon. You just met this Brandon Stalloid.
You just met Brandon Stalloid.
Didn't he give you? Did you give him a card?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you? Did you give him a card? I know you gave Hazard a card.
I didn't give him a card.
Okay, but did you?
Oh, I thought you did.
Did you ever tell him your name?
Yes.
Okay.
Because remember, I did say he had me
Oh, you talked about
Jack
Cesar.
West and Cesar Murillo to thank for saving Mexico.
Mexico, yes, me, Brandon Stewart.
Say, yeah, if he gave him a card, though, he probably just looked at it and handed it back to him.
No, he didn't give you a card. I don't think he
Didn't
gave
give
you a card.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't remember
he did
it. I remember definitely
I was
Hazard
gonna
got a
say-
card and Hutton got a card.
Hasn't got
I
a
just need
card,
to
Hutton
roll.
got a card.
I think Stalloid was way too into his whole talking about Cesar. Oh my God, I got Cesar stories to
Yeah.
tell. So you just forgot about the card. Yeah, so there's apparently something happening on the west side of town tonight.
And
or
he
this
wonders
afternoon.
where these stories come from.
He's definitely going to check that out then.
Okay.
He's going to check out what's going on the west side of.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You can head over there.
Actually-
We'll deal with you first.
Say,
Actually,
could
what?
I have head
Sorry.
over there maybe a little bit sooner or something?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
maybe
Stalloid-
after-
Go ahead. Sorry.
see if he'd let me play some music out where he's at.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, he is actually out. If you look at the map, he has set up on the far end of town. If you see the number 1 there, there's this wall, this rough wall. You remember passing it on your horse this morning. And he is set up in like a cleared area. There's a little crossroads there, and he's on the northwest side of that crossroads. He's pulled out. He is in the process. He doesn't appear to be ready for customers yet, although a lot of people are already here. Part of his medicine wagon has come down and formed a stage. At this juncture, there are some apparently some wooden like legs come down to hold it up. 3 wooden legs, and then he has placed lanterns. Excuse me. Glass lanterns are along the front in these little slots. It's open. And then there's a curtain in the back where the actual edge of the wagon is. And he's in the process of putting up a good-sized tent on next to the wagon. It's not huge, but it's big enough that maybe a dozen people could get in there standing up, and still have room for like a little area for him to do something. You know what I mean? So it's probably about
Okay.
10, 12 feet across. And he's working on getting this thing up as fast as he can because it's still raining. Well, let's see if it's still raining. Let's see what the weather has done. Yeah, it is still raining. It's a little hazy now. Like there's a little bit of fog coming in. So yeah, and he's all by himself. He doesn't appear to have any help. There's nobody there working with him. So he's all sweaty, and he's trying to he's putting these tent poles up and trying to get this tent put up when you arrive.
Okay.
Actually, no. He does have some help. There are some young people in town who are helping him put up the tent. You notice some of them have dime novels shoved in their back pockets,
Gotcha.
like folded in half and just shoved in.
Yeah, he's just going to go up and I am terribly sorry. I was just wondering. I see you're having a fiesta here.
Well, my young man,
Party.
I will be showing wonders of this world and the next. That's what we're doing.
Ah,
Yes, and it only costs a nickel to see the wonders. And it only costs an additional nickel to see even more wonders. And he kind of gestures towards this half-constructed tent that he's got standing there.
maybe you would like some music to enhance the experience.
Maybe. Are you from around here?
No.
Oh. Well, I might be able to use some music. You could, if you're not from here, and you're a musician, you say?
I play the guitar. I don't
Yes.
say. I don't.
Then you could use the exposure. So, if you play for me, that'll give you some wonderful exposure. For this area, people will get there first. People will be able to see you, and then they'll want to hire you, won't they?
That is what I am thinking.
Excellent. So you can play for me tonight, and I won't even charge you for this wonderful exposure. What do you say?
Okay. Deal.
Excellent. Okay, you shake hands.
Yeah.
He's going to start shows here shortly as soon as he gets finished setting up. He doesn't ask you to help. It actually looks like he has
Okay.
quite a few people who are helping him.
So, I will ask him the time it starts.
I seem to have misplaced my pocket watch. Do you have a pocket watch?
Or
Shortly.
I show up at sundown.
No. We'll be starting very soon. I've got to get as many people
Oh.
in as I can today before we move on. I'm only staying a day or two at most, because
Okay.
of course,
But
as
will-
many people in the
I
world
will
need
get
to
my
see this, the
guitar.
wonders that I have to show them. Okay, so you have what?
I said I will go get my guitar then.
Oh yes, go. No, there's no rush.
All right.
But yes. Okay, so they're working on getting the tent up. Let's see, Stalloid helped that guy. Hutton's going to be busy all day, at least till this afternoon. Hazard, what were you going to do? You're going home to sleep some more? What?
Gotta sleep more. No, put
damn
up the guns.
Oh yeah, you got the guns, so you've got them. So they can be back. They're back at your house, your room.
Then I just head back into town.
Do you have any reason? I mean, are you going?
Probably head to the general store to
Okay.
pick up some stuff.
Okay, yeah. Anything in particular, or just generic-y
Just a box of ammo
keeping
for
busy
the.
stuff? You see people heading past as you're walking. People are heading out of town. It looks like. If you look on the map,
Yes.
Stalloid is set up between number 1 and number 3 up there, or this Stalloid, this new Stalloid.
Oh, between 1 and 3.
Right.
Okay.
You see how there's like a little crossroads kind of there? He's on the northwest corner of that, in that cleared area.
Just to get it straight, I'm assuming he crossed the bridge, went down past the saloon, curved back around, and went back over the bridge to go set up.
Yeah. He went down Main Street all the way, probably up to the. I'll just give it to you all the way up to the church. Turned around. He was looking for a place he could set up while he was trying to advertise. Came all the way
And he said
back,
nothing's as good
and
as
then
that
headed
one.
back up north, up there where, perhaps he got a pretty good. Permission, maybe whoever owns that property, or maybe not. He's waiting for them to show up and complain so he can ask for permission.
You said
Who knows?
between 1 and 3, that little
Yeah.
triangle.
Yeah. It's kind of a triangle-looking thing. In that general area, there's nothing there.
Perfect spot for it.
Yeah, there might be a couple trees, but it's not really. It's more of just grass, and it is a good place. It's clear. There doesn't appear to be anybody who super nearby who probably owns it. He's probably hoping he doesn't have to pay anything to stay there. Who knows? So, yeah. But James, you don't technically know that, but you see people heading that direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you go into town. The two boys are talking in the general store, like, "Oh, as soon as I'm off, I'm gonna go see him. I'm gonna go see what he's got. I bet he's got more Jack West novels." They're just very excited about this Brandon Stalloid fellow, who's gonna be here. Oh, and there's another poster that's been put up, that says, "Tonight and
Later
tomorrow
today,
night
basically.
only, the amazing, wonderful writer Brandon Stalloid, writer of the Jack West novels, he doesn't say dime novels, Jack West novels, and a special surprise for those of stout heart." It's pretty much what it says, but it doesn't say what it is.
What that could be.
Yeah, so you can buy whatever you want. I mean, you don't have anything specific, like a cannon or anything you want to buy, right?
No, nothing like that. Yeah, top offs, just generic goods, and then head to see what the fuss is about.
Is Graves with you for all this?
Balls.
That's entirely up to you.
I probably sent him to pick up the stuff, and then he could relay that to me.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll say that. That works, actually. Yeah, you said, "Oh, Graves, here's today's list."
Shopping list.
Yeah, and so he comes back and he tells you about these kids and this thing happening somewhere, and he thinks it's up. And actually, he's been there. He went up, and it appears they've set up a tent next to a medicine wagon. There's a stage. Looks like they'll be starting soon.
I'm more interested in there being 2 Brandon Stalloids. Would you
Yes.
like to accompany?
Oh, of course, sir.
Heading on out.
Okay. Dang it, I forgot what Stalloid was going to do.
Well, I was going to head over to his house, but as I'm also heading over, I would probably also notice the crowd.
Yes, people
of
are kind of
lots
wandering.
of people.
Yeah, it's not lots of people. It's not like this is super popular, but there are more
Mhm.
people heading that direction than you would expect.
More than just the children.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. There's a few adults too, and there's obviously people.
I'm gonna go up to my room
Mhm.
and grab my chemistry set
Okay.
in one of the cases, and I'm gonna
Oh,
start
yeah.
heading out too
Okay, yeah.
to the
You are somewhat surprised as you arrive to see the Mexican man with the sombrero on, standing kind of back towards the curtains of this area that's the one side came
I-
down and formed a stage, like you heard me say. Next to it
Say,
is
I
a
could have been off
tent.
to the side if he wanted me off to the side.
No, no,
too.
he wants you on the stage, and there's also
Okay.
there's a little lip, so that'll also protect your guitar from the rain.
Gotcha. Okay.
He apparently knows what he's doing as far as like showbiz or whatever this is.
Prepared.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and at the stroke of 1 o'clock, you hear a little ding 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 from inside the wagon, and he
other
steps out.
chairs.
There are no chairs. No, it's
No,
just
no chairs.
there's people standing to see what's going to happen in the drizzling rain.
I have my umbrella.
Yeah, several people actually have umbrellas, and he comes out. He goes, and he introduces himself as Professor Brandon Stalloid, philanthropist, child savior, and of course, maker of miracle cures. And he throws aside this cloth, and there's like a stand on one side. It's got all kinds of different colored potions. He throws another cloth off. You've got the Mexican is playing like music that seems to like when he says something it's like da 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 that kind of thing is what's happening. That's what
Right.
he asks you to do. It's just like punctuate the things I say, and with me is Fernando Jimenez, the greatest guitarist of all of Mexico. He goes on to talk about he's got potions, he's got Jack West novels. He throws aside another cloth, and it's a glass covered case filled with different Jack West novels, obviously to protect from the rain. And these novels are only a nickel. You can get potions for only a nickel. And as an added and special, wonderful treat, I have in my possession something that only few have seen, and none tell the tale. For a terrible tragedy has occurred. It is a terrible tragedy, and it may mean the end of my career as a writer. But it is important that the truth is known.
Like lots of stuff in B minor. And
Yeah.
very-
He just emphasizing every time he
It's very
pauses, there's like
dramatic.
this dramatic. Aaron, give me one roll against your guitar. Let's see how it goes. This will be for the entire performance, or for the performances today.
Yeah, just a regular success.
That's okay. It still
It's
sounds
really-
great. You two of you seem to like click. Like this is working. And he's doing dramatic gestures and all this shit from Shakespearean classes, probably at some college or high school or whatever. Alas, boy, Yorick. Anyway, so he says, "I have in my possession, in a solid glass coffin, preserved perfectly, for your edification. Ladies, no fainting. The body of Jack West." People are in the younger kids are kind of like, one little girl starts crying, like, no, he can't be dead, and she's just bawling. A couple of other people are confused, like, who? A couple of other of older men are like, like they obviously read the novels and are really enjoy them or whatever. So there's just this weird mixed reaction. For only an additional nickel, I will take small groups in to look at the body of the fallen hero, Jack West. So it's very over the top. But first he's selling stuff. That's the first thing he wants to do is sell stuff to people. So he starts asking if he needs potions. Do you want to feel younger? Do you want to feel better? Do you want to feel healthier? Try some of Professor Stalloid's miracle cure. That kind of crap. And then he's also selling the Jack West novels. And those are a dime each. He's selling them for 7 cents. Because obviously he gets them at cost. So, yeah. Hazard, you about to say something?
Oh yeah, I was wondering if other Brandon Stalloid
He's there,
was.
right?
Oh,
you
nice.
went and see. Everybody's there except for Hutton. Hutton, unfortunately, is locked until 4 o'clock in
Research mode.
research mode.
Even paper.
We'll be dealing with him shortly, if he survives. Anyway,
So I'd meander over to him.
Yeah.
And
people are starting to line up to buy stuff from this guy.
if I heard you correctly from the bar, you knew a Jack West too? Is this guy pretending to be you, or vice versa?
Well, that's what I'm here to find out.
So you're the real one?
I am born Brandon Stalloid. I adventured with Jack West from as far as California to the Appalachian Mountains and
Oh,
down
yeah.
towards Mexico
Oh,
and to the Northern Territories
can
on one
I
encounter.
psychology check
Stalloid? Which one?
Barker?
Oh.
Barker first.
Yeah. Well,
And then
yeah, go ahead.
29. That is a success. I think it's
How
a
much?
hard.
Is it a hard?
Psychology. Yes, it's
Definitely
hard.
need a hard because he's a really good fast talker. He's a good actor. And everything is really over the top.
That's why we work well together. I'm over the top of my
Yeah.
plane.
You think that you're not sure if he believes that's the body of Jack West in the tent. You think that you sensed slight hesitation. It might have been intentional. Maybe he's just pretending that he doesn't know.
Since he did ask about Jack West, I would divulge to him on my part that can't be the body of Jack West. I tried to revive Jack West, and it turned into a statue.
Okay, Hazard.
It's back at the cemetery in near my home.
We have to psychology check this guy. I've seen some skeletons, but I haven't seen a lot of what I'm hearing now.
Come on, 0-0.
27. So I'm liking these 20s.
That's
Hopefully
another hard
that stays
success.
so hard.
This
Yeah.
man believes what he's telling you. He is
This man's
completely
crazy.
sincere. He could be crazy. You've seen some weird shit. You never seen a person turn into a, what'd you say?
A statue.
A statue
You
that he
say-
put.
that I then mounted in the cemetery near my house.
Why would he do this? So that goes through your mind, Hazard. Like, what? That like split second, but he does seem sincere in what he's telling you. He believes it. Maybe he's crazy.
So that's what we're thinking.
But if someone told you they fought a bunch of skeletons walking around too, you'd probably be like a year ago, you'd be like,
Yeah.
Nice try, guys.
let's get you. What
How
do you
about-
want?
how about
How much money?
You want a hazmat? This is
Whatever,
more skeletons.
back up.
This just kills skeletons real good. Here you go.
So anyway, so he does seem
$30.
sincere. I mean, James, you know he's telling the truth. But yeah, Hazard, he seems sincere in his speaking of impossibilities. He does look like he's seen some shit, though. There's something in his eyes.
That makes it odd then.
Some
So
loss of
he's
soul
just-
in his eyes.
So he's just showing off a random dead body?
Oh, I want to actually see how accurate it is.
He's not taking people in yet. He's trying to sell stuff first, and then he's going to start taking small groups in. After he sells, finish. If there's more role play,
It's a
please.
very odd day.
If only it would
So
stop
how much of
raining.
this do you think is just snake oil?
85%.
Lower than I thought?
The rest
'Cause-
is cocaine.
As a fellow snake oil salesman,
No,
uh,
none of this.
none of that.
Yeah, air
No,
quotes
air
are not a
quotes. Air
thing.
quotes
No,
are a thing.
we got to leave that out at least. But you could say as a
Snake
fellow.
oil salesman. Can I roll my eyes?
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Rolls
Snake
my
oil
eyes
salesman.
with snake oil salesman.
That's perfect, actually.
A lot of the times, all people really need to feel good is for you to tell them they're going to feel good. Most people don't actually have any problems. It's all in their head.
Interesting.
Dun, 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 dun,
What?
dun.
Everybody's got to find a way to make money.
Actually, I guess I'll go up and I'll look at the potions.
Yeah, they're varied. Some of them say they're good for some things. Some say they're good for the others. This is good for tuberculosis. This is good for
Tuberculosis.
put this on your feet and corns and warts will go away.
The one for tuberculosis.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'll buy that.
Oh yeah. Okay. It's a dime. Most of the
I give 'em
potions
a
are a dime. Yeah. The smell of it smells. I mean, I'm assuming you pop it open and at least kind of check
Yep.
it out. Yeah, it's got a very strong. You recognize herbs and stuff more just to cover smell than to that would have any medicinal use.
Go ahead and dip my finger in and do a pinky taste.
Yeah, there's a lot of alcohol in this. Like probably it is 9/10 alcohol. The rest is.
How good is alcohol for you when you have tuberculosis?
It's not ethanol. It's just alcohol.
No, I know, but how good
He
is
doesn't probably know. It's I don't know. Let's look up tuberculosis.
I'm mainly wondering.
Is it even called tuberculosis yet? Hold on.
Probably not.
Yeah.
No,
so
either
I'd have to
way,
fix
10
that.
cents for a cure to tuberculosis? That's cheap.
Tuberculosis affects the lungs.
Yeah,
Hold on.
it's
Yeah.
fluid in the lungs and stuff.
That's
Is
the one where you start
alcohol-
coughing up blood,
Any
and then
Well,
you start
pneumonia is
coughing
also
up
fluid in the
pieces
lungs.
of lung.
alcohol consumption impairs the immune system. Well, this is. Tuberculosis. Wikipedia.
It's usually it's an
Causes,
infection, isn't it?
Treatment. History. Bingo. Blah 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 blah. What is it? Hold on. What is causes tuberculosis? Infectious disease caused by bacteria affects the lungs. Okay. I just picked tuberculosis out of my ass. So.
Mhm.
History. Before the Industrial Revolution, folks often associated tuberculosis with vampires. There is a kind of a garlicky smell to this.
Okay.
So this guy knows his stuff. It's not just like a random, like this, I just labeled the bottles. They're all the same. There is some differences. When one member of the family died from the disease, the other infected members lose their health slowly. And that was because the original person with tuberculosis was killing them.
In the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, he was a vampire. He was sucking them dry.
Oh.
Um,
Gotcha.
It was 1689. Due to a variety of symptoms, TB is not identified. 1820s, it was identified as a single disease. Do you have medicine, Yorie?
I have pharmacology.
Yeah, I'll let you have a hard.
I don't
you need a
know
hard
if we.
success
I
for
don't.
that.
I don't know if we were deciding that's just medicine or not.
No, it's not. You need a hard success for that. Let's see, 1720 microbes, 1819 Schloller. The name tuberculosis was first published in 1832. Oh God, they took
I
people
thought
into
there
the
were-
Mammoth Cave in Kentucky from 1838 to 1845 to try to help people with tuberculosis.
Regular success. No hard.
No hard. So you're not. So you don't get a lot of this information. Okay, so we don't yet know that it's not till 1882 that it'll be identified and described as a bacillus. Bacillus? I don't know how to pronounce that word. I've only
Oh.
ever read it.
Until they know, like, particularly what
It's,
bacteria
it's a
does.
bacteria. It's a bacterial infection, basically.
Right. I don't know how to pronounce that word though. I've never actually said it before. I've only ever read it.
Botulus?
Bacillus.
That could be it.
Bacillus. Bacillus, I think is how it's pronounced, but I don't know.
So sounds right.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, probably not great. Probably not great for
Probably not great.
for tuberculosis if it's a lot of alcohol. But there's other stuff in here, so maybe
Maybe.
it's more
Alright.
likely it's just flim flam.
Yeah. I just passed it to someone. Like, this cures tuberculosis.
Oh, my granny had tuberculosis. She's dead now.
from tuberculosis.
Yeah, it was definitely.
And then he starts coughing.
I'd stroll over to the dime
Walk
novels
away.
and read some of the titles.
Yeah, some of them, a couple of them are familiar. As in this person has done some research and uh, um, has
Jack
dealt with
West
Jack
and the
West.
Wicked Worms.
I don't think was Jack West there for the giant
Nope.
worms. I didn't think so.
He was not.
Was not.
Oh yeah, one is Jack West and the Wicked Worms. There is Jack West and um, there's a couple of Jack that obviously you've never heard of anything like it.
The Train at Midnight.
The Wolves, the Wolves of Wheeling. No, yeah, Jack West was there for that. A couple others that are familiar to you. A couple look a little racier, but they're in the back and they're covered up.
Mm-hmm.
You think you see Rancher's Daughter? That's all it says. You know, the Jack West and the Rancher's
Jack
Daughter.
West and the Rancher's Daughter.
But
Very
it's
plain
mostly-
title. Everybody knows
mostly-
what they're getting.
No, yeah. There's probably some porn.
That one's
in
not
there.
for kids.
Yeah, it's why it's buried in the back so that he can sell them to certain
my
people
God.
later. If you're looking for something a little more interesting. Anyway, and then so it takes about an hour for him to sell stuff, and then he starts taking nickels for people to come in. And
Jack
take a look
West
at
and Pocahontas' granddaughter.
Jack West's body. Yeah,
Oh boy.
I would try to be in the first group of people to see Jack West's body.
what do you
I'd
want to
probably
use
line
to
up
try
with
to get in there first? I mean, like
Persuade
dex
with
or-
saying that I'm a doctor. I would like to.
Well, who are you saying this to? Other people in the crowd, or are you saying it to?
Let's say
Stalloid.
to Professor Brandon Stalloid.
Oh, okay.
I
Maybe
would like to.
you're a doctor. Well,
Yeah.
he's dead.
I would like to verify this corpse.
Oh no
For
no.
authenticity.
We can't remove it.
No. Just
From the-
visually. And then
Hermetically
tell these
sealed.
good folk that it has not been tampered with at all.
Give me a fast talk, Yorie.
That's not what you really want.
It isn't.
That's
even
not
close.
what I really want.
No.
Damn it. Why does fast talk have to be a 5? I rolled an 07.
Do you want to push it, and how?
I
Do you
would
have
have
any
take
points
my
in fast
time.
You can't just take your
I-
time. I need a
I
real.
know.
do not have points in fast talk
So it
because
starts at 5. Yeah, no.
Stalloid is
That's cool.
not
He's very
alive.
honest. Yeah, it was going to require a hard success anyway. But
that wasn't happening.
yeah, because here's the other thing about if you're good at something like fast talk, and someone else tries to
See,
fast
it's-
talk you, a player character has to make a hard success if the dude has more than 50%. If you're trying to persuade someone who has a 50% or more in persuade, it can require a hard success. You know, mostly it deals with fast talk and psychology and stuff like that with posed rolls. It's not opposed
Yeah.
rolls. Instead, the player does all the rolling, but they have to have a better success. That way, I'm not always rolling against you. It's just this is gonna be tough. Do you want to try to push it?
He just thinks I'm lying.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't think you're a physician at all. Wait.
Yeah.
Ooh, that could be good. You said you're a physician and you want to examine the body. Do you need a stethoscope?
Sure.
I have a spare I can loan you, physician, but it will still cost you a nickel. He's still going to charge
Okay.
you.
Still give him the nickel.
But wait. He says, give me $1. Trust me.
Thought you
Trust
said a
me.
nickel.
Trust me. Just
Okay.
trust me.
Give him the dollar.
Okay, he makes sure nobody sees him. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, we have an actual doctor in the crowd who is going to verify. He goes up and he reaches behind the curtain. He pulls out a stethoscope. That this is the body of Jack West. I am paying him $1 to do so. Doctor,
Take the
he
dollar.
hands you the dollar back. Who wishes? It is only a dime to watch the body be verified as that of Jack West. And he gives you a look like
Oh
Like
yeah.
a wink.
you can make a psychology, Yorie,
All right.
because he's trying to be very obvious to you at least.
Yeah. No, I rolled a 99.
99.
but,
You have no clue. You can think whatever you want as to what he's trying to convey to you with this.
Oh, he must have gotten something in his eye.
He doesn't wink. He goes like that.
Yeah,
He
that's
will
what I'm doing,
100%
verifying him.
verify that this is Jack West. And then, so this group is paying a dime each, and he gets a dozen people with you. That's $1.20. That's not bad. And he's counting out the dimes, and he surreptitiously slips you.
The dollar back.
No. He already gave you the dollar. He slips you. It looks like you don't know. It's a handful of dimes. It's a small handful of dimes. Probably maybe half the money he just made. So you come in. It is a glass coffin. It's on something that's covered in a velvet, blanket of some kind. It looks very nice. There are 2 candelabras with lit candles. The whole atmosphere is that of morning. The inside of the tent is draped with more dark colored velvet. He must not have much room in the back of that frickin' medicine wagon to live, since there's all this tent and all this shit that must have all been in there.
Yeah.
And you walk forward, and I need a sanity check, Yorie.
Uh-huh.
And this isn't going to cost you sanity, but it might shock your character if he fails. He might physically start. Other question. Hazard, were you trying to be in this first group as well?
I did fail.
Yes.
You did fail. Okay.
There's a dime.
A dime. I was here first, mister. I was ahead of you.
And here's a dime for you.
Happy to save your place. You just pay for this kid to see this dead body for free. Fuck it. So you're in there. You see Stalloid, real Stalloid, we're gonna call him, as opposed to fake Stalloid. He walks up to the coffin first. Everybody's kind of crowding in, but giving him enough room because he's a doctor. And he kind of jerks when he sees the body. That's not Jack West. I mean, you expected that, but you didn't expect.
Is it John Valentine?
No, it's Pete Sutter's body.
That man's immortal, though.
It is Pete Sutter. It looks like he has a scar on the side of his face, which looks really fake. You know what I mean? Like it's obviously makeup. He's lying there with his hands across the chest in repose. He's got his 6-gun on his belt. He's got a double belt with 2 6-guns. One looks kind of plain. The other one looks like has some gilt on it, like gold or something. It's hard to tell through the glass. Glass is very thick, and he's wearing the same clothes you saw when he died. He's wearing those same clothes. It looks like somebody dug him up and is now claiming Pete Sutter is Jack West, and added this fake scar on. I can't remember which side. It's on the correct side.
Left side.
The left side, yeah. So a fake scar on the left side of his face. And other Stalloid is like, Doctor, can you verify that this is the body of Jack West?
Does he open the...
Actually, and the guitar player's in there too. And he looks at you.
I don't know whether he'd be... If he wanted me...
He motioned you to come in. Yeah, with the whole doctor thing. He's like, Doctor, and he says it real dramatic, Doctor, can you verify that this is the body of Jack West? And then he looks at you, Aaron. Yeah, exactly.
So is the coffin, does he open the coffin for me to
No, he doesn't
do the
open
stethoscope and all that?
No, he doesn't open it. You don't know if it can be opened. It's unclear.
It looks like it's sealed.
Yeah, it's pretty tightly sealed. He's probably expecting you just to put the stethoscope on the coffin, maybe. Who knows? People believe anything if there's enough pizzazz.
Oh my God!
Throw some glitter in the air.
I'm looking at it.
Doctor.
That's Pete Sutter.
He's no. This is Jack West. You can tell by the scar.
Jack West had a fucking hole. Jack West had a.
Yes, that is him.
I feel like I've said "goddamn" before as him.
Yeah, that's people.
Jack West would have a goddamn hole.
People gasp at this language. No. I'm certain that the doctor. That
I asked about it many times because I thought it was acid.
Doctor. This body is a body.
He said he actually got burned.
It's a body.
It was a burn.
This is a body.
His cheek.
Correct.
Straight through.
It's a body.
This is a body.
Yes, and it is the body of Jack West. Thank you, Doctor. And he grabs you by the arm, and he starts to he takes you out the side.
Hands off me, sir.
No, he grabs you by the arm. Now, if you're gonna actually physically fight him.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh well, if he's physically, is he have to physically fight me to grab me and pull me?
He grabbed you by the arm, and turns
he
you
having-
towards this.
Is,
This
he has to
tent.
roll to pull me and actually move me.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
He-
he's starting combat.
He's starting to. Yeah, he grabs you. He's not starting combat. He grabs you to escort you out. There's a difference.
He does not move me then if I do
He's-
not move with him.
He's going to pull you.
And I say, I, Dr. Brandon Stalloid, declare this man to be Pete Sutter.
What?
Anybody that can find a Warner
You're not
poster would be able
Brandon
to see that
Stalloid.
is Pete Sutter.
And how many of the dime novels have you written, Dr. Stalloid?
None, because I'm not a hack writer.
You're not anything. You're a liar, sir. This is a liar.
Actually, I
Gentlemen,
have
can I get
this
some help
card
removing
right here.
this
That
miscreant?
says, and I pulled my medical card out, and that says, Dr. Brandon Stalloid, Doctor of Pharmacology, Chemistry, and Engineering.
You are so.
How
fake.
about that?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for this interruption. Could you gentlemen, please escort him out?
What are the
Thank you
names of
very
your
much.
horses? I bet you don't even have the horses' names right.
Two burly men come forward. Two locals, probably.
Okay. Burly men, I'll move for.
Okay. They don't touch you, but they're coming like they're going to.
Yeah.
They paid a dime. They want to see a dead body. I'm sorry,
we need a
ladies and
dead
gentlemen.
body.
I
I
will
don't even
refund
care.
you
As
half your
I
money
walk out,
for this.
though, I do give the dimes back
Gentlemen.
to each of the people that were waiting in line, and say sorry for the fraud, sorry for the fraud, sorry for the fraud.
Wait,
sorry
the people
for the
that are
fraud.
inside with you, right?
Yep. And I walk as I'm walking out, and I leave with none of the money that he gave me.
Oh yeah, okay. You hear some him saying, making something up, talking about the fact that, oh yes, there are charlatans on every corner, people claiming to be me. How else would I have these novels? How else would I have this body? And then he looks at you, Aaron. Dramatic music. I will refund everyone their money if they wish. And he pulls out, sometimes he starts refunding everybody else who you didn't refund. And he apologizes profusely. Please, come forward. Come forward. I thought this was a legitimate doctor. Apparently I've been taken in again. I'm too trusting. I'm just too trusting. Anyway, so they eat it up like soup because he's got really good fast talk. Here. Yeah, they love it. And Hazard, yeah, you're still in there too.
I'm just sitting there listening.
You
to
got
him.
your dime back as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Graves is outside. Yeah, it's a corpse. It is a young man. He's got kind of a beard and mustache. He's got a scar apparently on this side. Yorie, you obviously knew it was a fake scar because you've seen
Jack
Pete.
West was a fucking giant. He is 10'7".
10'7". That wasn't in the
Pete
book.
Sutter is
No,
nowhere
no.
near as tall as Jack
No.
West.
I don't remember what Pete's size is actually. It doesn't matter. It can look.
It's not a
it looks-
nice.
You remember- I think our original group, everybody was like 7 foot.
Everybody was tall.
Not
Anyway,
me.
so you can take a look too, William Hazard. You don't recognize this guy. He's a guy. He's got guns. Obviously, some kind of gunslinger. He's wearing He's got a poncho of some kind over part of his. But it's been pulled back so you can see the guns. People are like, oh, everybody seems really, really, interested in this. Some people look and they're like, well, I was expecting more guts, weren't you? That kind of thing. Not everybody's pleased with seeing a dead body that doesn't look like it's been in a massive gunfight. Yeah. So.
Is he trying to show us anything else interesting?
No. It's just that he has the body of Jack West.
That's it.
It's a sad day, and he continues taking people in, charging them a nickel. Some people go in more than once to see the body. I mean, this is interesting. It's a body in a glass casket. You don't see that every day. Yeah. What do you two? Well, actually, Fernando, you'll be there. They're going to do several shows and showing things, and it's really pretty light work for you. It's not real complicated play. So
Yeah, okay.
Some people are like listening. If you sit and at some point when nothing's really happening and you just start playing, people watch. So you're getting a lot of FaceTime as far as locals are concerned. And you see a lot of different people.
Ooh, does he get lucky with any of these free nickels and dimes that are flying around?
Free nickels and dimes.
Oh yeah. Give me you give me just a luck check, Aaron. You might actually get some tips and stuff.
I'm like, what's this guy's luck? 2 is a
That's an extreme
hard,
success.
or that may
That's
be an
ex-
extreme.
that's
Yeah,
extreme.
45.
Yeah, that's
I
definitely
hope it's an
If O2, if O2 is not an extreme success, you have a 5 luck.
I'm not very lucky. They call me Mr. Unlucky. All right, so yeah, Aaron, you actually make like $1 of people who
Nice.
give you a penny or a nickel or a dime, that kind of thing, as a tip that they like your music. You got a couple people that are like, there's these ladies that show up wearing kind of low cut dresses, and the oldest of them is like, have you ever she wants to hire you possibly, for some parties.
Okay.
She says, I'm Miss
Oh,
Trudy. She tells you where she lives in this mansion over on the other side of town, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, there's another connection for you.
all right.
Stalloid.
No.
I would just be waiting for Hazard.
Yeah,
to
Hazard
come
came out
out
with the
and
first
then
group. So,
Step out of the tent.
yeah, you guys
And
would have
then,
come out right at the beginning.
Just saying, I'm done with this. I'd like to see those research notes you spoke of. And then.
Oh, sure. And you said that was actually Pete Sutter. This is while we're walking.
Yes, Pete Sutter. I'm sure you've heard of his bounty.
Give me a no check, James. It require hard. It's not really in your wheelhouse. You're in the east.
Yeah, it's not really in my ballpark. I make a hard 25.
He's-
You've heard of a bandit
keeping
out west?
that 20s going.
Mhm.
So yeah. So what was his bounty?
His bounty was like 500, I think.
Okay. So not too crazy.
Well, if he's dead, it's probably already been turned in.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
It can be your guess. Yeah, you never had any problem with him. Never.
Shit, Tex already got $1,000 bounty.
Tex murdered
Bounty.
a kid and then broke out of
That is true. That is true.
out of jail and ran away. They want his ass back because they really want to try him and then hang him probably after all this trouble he's put him through. He was probably somehow responsible for the fire at the jail. Who knows? This guy was obviously a bad person.
He was a Confederate the whole time.
He was from
Confederate.
Texas.
Actually, hell, he could go over
words.
there.
Hazard says that to him. He'll probably get
As-
another bullet in him though.
As we walk, I talk and tell him about the many times I swore Pete Sutter was dead and he wasn't.
Looks like he's dead now.
Yeah, that was definitely a corpse in there.
You never know with Pete Sutter.
It's just he's part of the scam. He's just
In it, you say you could bring people back from the dead?
Yes, and I actually considered reviving him, but I never found the body.
no. It was it was turned over for the
I
for
could
the
never
bounty.
get the body.
Yeah, it was turned over for the bounty. You didn't know where it was buried. You didn't really look into it that much. You had a lot on your plate.
He was a very good gun.
Well,
You had a dead Jack.
Easily
West.
tricked too.
we do need a. Well, I myself need a good gun. Would I be able to facilitate a resurrection?
I believe it's been far too long for that corpse. No matter how well it's preserved.
Oh, how desiccated was it?
You're muted, Andy.
You're muted.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
Thank you. It's not. It was in great shape. The body was actually
It was in
in
great
very good
shape?
shape. Yeah.
It looked pretty good to me.
But I'm pretty sure on my spell, the actual spell, it's a time limit, right?
No, there's no time limit.
No?
No,
Oh,
you
there's
can
no
dig
time
up,
limit.
You can dig up Merlin and bring him back.
Holy shit, never mind.
Yeah.
Yes, I
That
could do
sounds
it tonight if you
dangerous.
wanted to.
Yeah, that's real dangerous. Let's do it.
God, do we introduce Pete Sutter to this
Who are some
campaign?
of those sorcerers from Middle Ages? We'll bring them back.
If you were able to, well, then it'd be easy to believe everything that comes out of your mouth. Because it's a little highfalutin at the moment with your daring do. All I've seen so far is the skeletons that can't be described. Maybe some alchemy,
Hazard, make me a spot.
turning
hidden
things into turning things into gold. But spot hidden 54. I get a regular.
You did notice that Fernando Jimenez was wearing a pistol on his belt.
Nice. Okay.
Just
Cool,
FYI.
cool.
I'm assuming were you still wearing your gun, Fernando?
Yeah, he probably would have kept it on for as long until he started getting like evil grin or stares from people. Then he probably would have took it off. Like,
Okay. Now, when you
About
got
to
there,
say evil.
Fake Stalloid was really like, "Oh, the gun is perfect. It has a mystique." He wanted you to
say
wear it.
the belt is nice and everything. It's like kind of part of his costume.
Yeah, it
so,
matches your clothes. It's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is the plan?
I'd probably
then?
just explain to Hazard though that if he can give me the body, I could try it, but that Pete Sutter is a dangerous man.
It will take you a long time to break down the body, Yorie.
Gotcha.
It
I
takes-
didn't remember if we broke down the body with this one.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
You have to break it
'Cause I only
down.
ever-
It could take weeks.
I
to
only
break
ever did
down.
it with the cat and the
Mhm.
and then Jack West.
Yeah, the cat was easy. Jack West took a few days. You rushed Jack West. You wanted him back.
Yeah.
So
Please, Jack, I can't live without you.
okay. So what?
Hey, still in the graveyard.
What is the plan? I mean,
He is a giant.
you guys go back to
monstrous
town.
statue.
do you have any plans otherwise today?
Well, show up at Boyd's at 9:15.
Oh yeah.
Boyd's
Okay.
room.
Hutton.
And I'll invite Hazard to that too.
Oh yeah. Okay, you can. Hutton.
But
Yep.
other than that, we're gonna go. He's gonna go show me the notes.
Oh, you're showing the notes. Yeah, we'll deal with that. Let's deal with Hutton
Yeah,
real quick.
right.
So here's the thing about the newspaper. You find that there was a Saltmarsh Sentinel dated with older dates than the Saltmarsh Gazette, which is the
Okay.
paper that's there now. The Saltmarsh Sentinel, they do have copies, runs from 1836. You find the first copy. And then that runs till 1864. Then there is a gap of 7 years. The first Saltmarsh Gazette starts in 1871, some 6 years ago. As far as you can tell from the boxes, like the dates on the boxes. And they are marked Saltmarsh Sentinel, Saltmarsh Gazette. So it looks like there was a large gap between whenever the Saltmarsh Sentinel stopped and the Saltmarsh Gazette started. I think Cunningham explained to you the fact that after 7 years he was hired when they couldn't find anybody to any
Take over.
any kin of this guy. They had to wait 7 years and they had to search for 7 years before they could legally basically take all his shit and then move on.
Okay.
Now you were looking for some reason.
I'm trying to find something that might give me some insight to what this Lucian Wilkes might be trying to show me.
Okay. There's a lot of There's an editorial in every Saltmarsh Sentinel
Okay.
on page 2. And as you've been reading through those, what you've gotten is that he's a very angry and ornery fellow. He's a Democrat. He's pro-slavery. Towards the end of the run during the Civil War, he was pro-Confederacy. His weekly editorials attack Negroes, Indians. Not Indians in his writing. Redskins, or primitives, or savages. He uses a lot of different words.
Okay.
He does not. He doesn't limit himself to the word Negro.
Yeah.
There's a lot of racist slurs. The Baldries and the Pickersgills are attacked as common criminals and trash. White trash. He uses the term white trash a lot.
Okay.
that was a term back then.
Yeah, white trash goes back pretty far.
Okay.
Because it's a racist term too.
Yeah, I got.
Because it indicates that you have to put the white in front of it.
Oh, I
Otherwise-
say I understand that part.
Yeah.
I just didn't know that was a term of something back then.
Yeah, it was used. Mark Twain used it, I think, with some of his characters. I believe. I'll double check, but I'm pretty certain. There are incidents of violence that he writes about in some of his editorials. You're kind of skipping through and you're hitting enough that you can hit. You haven't got everything, but you've got a lot. but it doesn't sound like he'll ever that he's backing down.
Yeah.
With his racist he's a misogynist. Women need to get back in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Very typical angry old man, racist douchebag.
Everything I hate in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's a terrible person. On the other hand, you do notice there was a lot of good articles about the town that outside of his editorials, he covered a lot of stuff. There's not a lot about the African community that was here.
Okay.
From one thing you can't figure out is was pretty small before the Civil War and it grew sometime after is your guess because you've seen uh, several African Americans in town and they have
Yeah.
various. I mean, there's the town doctor is African American, but that's the main thing of what you can get.
Okay.
And I think Cunningham told you that nobody ever found the last issue. That he was clutching it when they found his corpse. What Cunningham has heard, he's only heard this. He wasn't even in town at that point. And then uh, there was only one copy, and the last copy of the paper doesn't have anything of the Sentinel doesn't have anything that's really that interesting. I mean, there's another flaming editorial about the Union, how awful they are. Lincoln should be assassinated. Blah blah blah. Shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember when was Lincoln assassinated. He might already be dead by 64. I don't think he was though. Fingers.
We can go save Lincoln.
He's been dead for like years. The Lincoln assassination was 1865. So yeah, he's like Lincoln should be assassinated. He's a traitor to the white race. That kind of crap. But there's nothing that stands out from the last Sentinel that you can see.
Okay.
And that gives you that you're done by around 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there anything else you want to do that day?
You check out the circus tent.
You do know that there is this Stalloid fellow in town, and he's got
Yeah.
this show. People have come in to tell Cunningham. Several people come in, told Abraham Grant, when Cunningham left to go cover the show, to just to write about it. It's unusual. And one lady was complaining that she thought there was alcohol in this. I believe there is alcohol in this. Thunk. Do your civic duty, boy. And then she leaves. And Abraham is like, Hutton, come here. What's this smell like to you? It's kind of fruity, herby stuff.
Okay. Fruity?
It says it cures a common cold. It also smells like alcohol. You couldn't help but smell the alcohol in it.
Okay.
He takes a swig. Whoo! Well, she's right. There's alcohol in it, but isn't there alcohol in every medicine?
I'm not a physician.
Oh, I'll have to ask Doc Davis. Good idea, Hutton. And then he leaves. He grabs a notepad and he heads out. He leaves the bottle behind. It's just sitting on the desk.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Had a thought, not gonna follow it.
That's okay.
I'm gonna head back to the saloon, and besides getting dinner a little bit later, I want to ask the bartender, did Lucian, if he knew who Lucian Wilkes was personally?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
More blank.
Did
blank or the hell's
did he have any friends?
Warren Blank. Oh no. He hated everybody.
Warren Blank.
That's Warren Blank's the bartender. He
Oh,
says,
yeah, Warren Blank.
yeah, he's an older gentleman, so he's been here for a while probably. He's definitely you find out he's been here as long as Lucian Wilkes was, or not as long as Lucian Wilkes, but he did know Lucian Wilkes. He hated everybody. He'd come in sometimes to the saloon and rail against everything. He was an angry old man. He covered the news all right, but as long as you could get it past his editorials, they were terrible. Yeah, he was a hateful person, Democrat.
Do you have any ideas of what might have happened to the last issue?
You know, I'm not sure. They said they found it in his hand. It was all crumpled up. He was holding it for dear life, and um, I I don't know if it was buried with him, or if it got lost, or if it's still in the building somewhere. Because he lived up above the. I think I told you this before. He lived up above the Gazette. He lived up in the second floor up there in the loft. Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't know what happened to it. He was dead as dead could be, though.
I thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, Hazard and Stalloid. You look over the book. It is a book of alchemy. It's very complicated.
Alchemy.
Yeah, it's complicated. It's very strange stuff. What is this? Oh, this is
Couldn't
Stalloid.
understand
I
some
don't
of it. I believe.
Ye secret of ye
You'd have to be
philosopher's stone. It's obviously very old. Book's falling apart. Binding partially ripped away, and the cover is worn and rotting. Handwriting is cramped. It's a manuscript, and the notes are taken over a period of time. Several illustrations and markings in some kind of alchemical code. Yeah. There's a lot to this book. It would probably take you a little while to read. Yeah. It's
I've
probably
been reading since
relatively
April
valuable.
1st.
Yeah, you're having a hard time. You don't have any medical,
Nope.
chemical background. You've been having
I'm just
a
like,
terrible time
man,
with
these
this book.
words.
Well,
what
it's
do
just
they
like
mean?
this seems like it should make sense, but what? It's
Yeah.
very confusing shit. You could tell them if you want.
So if you could help me decipher this,
It mentions
make
Albertus. It mentions Albertus Magnus. Hazard, you do got that. You're not sure who that is. Jabir ibn Hayyan, Plato, Zosimos of Panopolis. You don't know who any of these people are. You're not really,
Nope.
So
but
I
if you
know
could help,
Plato.
yeah, right.
you probably both know
That's the only
Plato.
name I
That's
reckon.
about it. Yeah.
But if you could help me decipher this, we could share in its bounty.
Yeah.
Okay,
now,
so you agree.
sadly, there was a journal that was found alongside this book.
Mhm.
It was written in French, though.
I don't speak French.
Neither do I. So I was trying to hire out a Cajun to translate it for me. And I ended up and leaving with the book. So hopefully that wasn't as necessary as having this book would be for the alchemy portion.
Ah, I see.
I do plan on sending some people out to possibly re-procure said book. It was mine after all.
Oh, was it?
Finders keepers. No.
Losers.
Jack was there too.
Keepers.
That's true. But I got my hands on it first. Yeah. It's gonna be hard to argue with anybody. But no. Depends on
Jack
how
took
much
the
his
books he wanted.
dad cares. Say what?
Jack took the books you wanted. You
Yeah,
got books from that too.
the
I'm just
mesmerismo.
saying.
Mesmerismo.
The
Oh no, I remember what we found under the bed. It was those vials of the
Well,
shimmering,
hopefully-
Yeah, the
shifting
marshals still
liquid.
have those.
Yeah.
Hopefully this just it's all about the stone, and maybe that was some notes about how to decipher this book better. But it was in French, so not very useful.
You found
Yeah.
something else in there too, James.
What else
Oh,
did
yeah.
you find in there? Do you reveal?
Okay. No, I'm just making sure James remembers because
No.
the gold.
Because it's always
the other
on
thing,
me.
and the books. Yeah, it's.
Oh,
I'm just making sure
that
he
stone.
remembers. So, just making sure, because I wasn't sure if you
Um,
remembered it all.
The stone's not important until we find out other stuff. Well, I don't need to say it in the accent.
No, you
well,
don't.
so
yeah, you don't.
I,
You
and
know,
so you
I'm just
said
making
you're
sure
reading
you
it
remember
right
that.
now.
That's all I'm remembering. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry, what?
You said
You're-
you're reading it right now, so I can't read it yet.
No. You can have at it.
Yeah.
You would stop
Oh.
your reading to allow me to read it?
Yeah.
Oh God, James, you want to stop reading that book? It's so boring.
Yeah, I know.
You've probably fallen asleep many a night, been like, oh, let's try 5
I've
pages.
gone to bed a little too early reading this book at times. So I heard you yelling that you were a chemist, an engineer, and what was that other one?
Pharmacist.
Yeah.
Essentially
Pharmacist?
a fancier chemist.
See, you're gonna have an easier time deciphering this than I. And of course, we're working together on this, so whenever we find something new out,
Of course.
then I'll be able to weigh in with this little bit. I pull out this sweet looking pebble.
Sweet looking pebble.
It is a smooth, ovoid pebble with a lustrous pale golden color. It's small.
Can I touch it?
You can touch it.
Alright.
You notice that I don't let go of it while I let you
okay.
touch
He's
it.
holding it.
I rub at it.
And you're like, yeah, it's very smooth.
Very smooth. Do I have any guess what kind of material that is?
No, you have no idea.
No clue. That's
I
what
put
I
a
figured.
picture. Did I send you, James? I sent you the picture, didn't I? Did I not put the picture?
I think you put it somewhere else, but I'll check my personals to make sure you didn't just send it to me.
Yeah, let's see. Where am I gonna find this thing? Pictures?
Oh shit!
No.
Apparently we
That's
do
a
send
syringe
pictures.
from 1853. God, I don't remember where I put the pictures. Books and items. There we go. Pics. Bingo bango.
Bango.
Bongo.
There it is.
Well, that's a
No,
kind
it's kind of green to me now. but it
goldish-
shouldn't- Yeah.
smooth stone.
That's pretty much what it looks like. It's about an inch long. It looks like it probably doesn't weigh much. He holds it in 2 fingers, you know.
Yeah, let me rub it. Does he rub his stone good?
So
Yeah,
you also
can
had it
rub
in gaming tech too, but you had to scroll a ways up.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't even find it still.
That's
The
okay.
I
picture
gave up.
of the stone.
Yeah, I put it in gaming text. Yes, that's where I meant to put it.
Well,
No,
is it in there?
It's there.
Okay.
It's there.
Well, it's there again.
there.
We can dump things in
It's
there.
just
Way up there.
Yeah, it's probably up there. Yeah, it's
Way up above even the
Yeah.
boats.
It's interesting.
yeah.
So I found this in the dead man's hand. Oh, if you haven't read or heard Mr. Hutton's story yet,
There's some of those special mushrooms in the house too.
Um,
The Santa mushrooms.
no, that wouldn't have been in
Yeah.
the story. The story was just
No,
about.
I don't know that. I know.
Right,
I'm
right,
just
right.
I'm just scrolled up.
Oh yeah. You guys do about yeah. I put
we
pictures of the
did
mushrooms.
find
Sorry.
odds and ends hidden throughout the house as well. Let me see if I can remember. We found a gold ring hidden in one of the rooms. We found a amethyst in another. We found a silver ring up in the attic. And I believe we found some odd mushrooms growing in one room. Like in a specific shape.
So was the shape odd or the mushrooms odd?
They look like mushrooms to me, but it was odd how they grew in a perfect, like, I'm not sure if it was a circle or semicircle.
Yeah, it's kind of a
In
circle.
some shape. Almost intentional.
I get it snapped back to the bottom.
Snapback.
I think that's it for this conversation.
Yeah. All right. So does Stalloid take the book to read then, or to try to muddle through?
Yeah, but I'm not starting it yet.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Do you
I'll
all
take
want to
your
have
rotting,
supper
smelly book.
together?
Yeah.
Fernando, he's packing it up about dinner time. There's not many people left. People have gone through. He's probably made quite a decent amount of money. He does ask your help moving the coffin into the back into the wagon.
Me?
Yeah, Fernando. He asked you to help him. Just carry it in there, put it on the floor in there. And he
Okay.
pushes up the wall, closes it back, goes inside. You hear him latch something. There's probably some bolts or something to hold it in place. He closes the back door. He takes out a big padlock, puts it on there, locks it all up. Looks around. Everything is in the wagon now, probably just about. His horses are nearby. They're just kind of like tied up to a stake, and they're just grazing. He's like, I think that'll do it. Fernando, you are so much help. Here, I want to give you something. He's fiddling with some coins. He's like, oh. And he hands you 50 cents like it's this big deal. Like, oh! You are so welcome, my good friend. Would you like to come again tomorrow?
Yes.
All day. Come in the morning after dawn. Now I'm going to have a good meal and a steak. He jingles in his pocket and sleep in a bed.
He is very excited for that one. And
He
Brandon
is going to
Stalloid
the
understands those feels.
Is he going to the saloon?
Yeah, he's going to go to the saloon. But
So I'm essentially following.
You guys walk into
him.
town together. You go to the saloon. He is getting a steak, but he gets a room. You see him counting out dimes to pay or whatever, and he's going to take his food to his room to eat.
Do they say that Brandon Stalloid already has a room?
He doesn't give his name or anything. He just says, "I want a
okay.
room," and they give him a room, and he gets a key in. He doesn't even have any like suitcase or anything, but he's like, "Oh, I'm going to go sleep in a bed." Yeah, and
He's not going to Trudy's?
no, he's going to the saloon. He doesn't probably know about Trudy's. It's not really generally known.
Gotcha.
And what was the date today, too? Did we ever go over?
Today is
Did you ever
Friday, April 27th, 1877. So, 9:15 rolls around, Professor Stalloid, unless anyone else has any other things that they specifically wanted to do, or if you guys wanted to get
April
together.
what? I'm sorry.
Say what?
April what? I'm
27th?
I'm
27. Yeah, 1877. Does anybody have anything else they wish to do before Stalloid?
I would just mention to Stalloid that, this boarding house is the nicer boarding house. Blah, blah, blah. You should stay here. It supplies breakfast and dinner.
Yeah, so you mentioned that when you were talking to him earlier this afternoon, Stalloid.
All right.
There's definitely a room available now. So, yeah, Hutton, did you have anything else?
Likes the attic.
Yeah, after dinner, I was going to go back to my room, and I'm going to start searching through stuff that was already there.
Yeah, there's still some boxes with extra newspapers. Yeah. They're all back in one corner out of the way. But yeah, you start looking. You can start looking. Stalloid, are you and Hazard the only ones who are going to go to Manning's room, to Boyd Manning's room?
I mean, unless Graves is coming with us.
Yeah, is Graves coming?
No, not if this is just a social visit.
Okay, yeah. So 9:15. Are you going up there at 9:15?
Yeah.
Knock, knock, knock. There he is. He opens it up. Oh, Mr. Stalloid and Mr. Hazard. Oh, it's so nice to meet you. Boyd Manning. He shakes your hand. He grabs it. He shakes it. Oh, yes. I knew you. You could be of great help. You could be. Let's go. He points to the two crates. They're two small crates, Hazard. Like if you put two shoe boxes next to each other. You know what I mean? It'd be the size of this crate. It's not like a big ass crate. It's a small crate. He says, "Mr. Hazard, could you please help carry one of these? Mr. Stalloid, Dr. Stalloid and I will probably have to do the second one together. They're rather heavy."
How heavy can this small box be?
Oh,
Yeah.
that is heavy.
Oh,
Like, is this full of gold or what?
pure gold or lead?
Cha-ching. Oh, no, not gold or lead. Those are useless for what we need them for.
As we're
Will
walking,
you help me?
I will-
Okay, so
I
the
will-
two of you
yeah.
can carry that. And you can walk
and
side by side.
I'll
but
lean
it's
in
like,
close and talk to him,
Yes.
and I'll say, well, I've been trying to figure you out,
Oh,
and for a
I'm
second
sorry.
there, I thought you might be a Yithian,
shh.
but you seem too normal to be one of them.
No. Of course not. No, that's silly.
You go
Why
eat
would-
food and everything.
I what?
So you can't be one.
I do what to food?
You do human things like go eat food.
Yes. Well, I need food.
Yeah.
Did you just shush him when he said Yithian?
Oh,
Oh no, this is whisper.
you would have. Yeah. I'll need.
Like,
I'll need.
I
I'll
leaned in
need.
close and like whispered as
Yeah,
we're like
I'll need
carrying the thing.
probably an extreme listen check because the two of them are right next to each other
Extreme.
carrying one of these things, and you're walking with the other. You're not too far away, but he said he
I'm
leaned in.
waiting
He
for
was
a
being
break
very
in the
quiet.
conversation to say, why am I here? So no, I
You're
made
here
a,
to carry
I
this
made a
other crate,
regular.
obviously. And it's fucking heavy, and you're like, God damn, where's Graves when I need him? I should have
Now
brought
I'm
him.
thinking about these crates. Do they have anything to do with the crescent?
Oh, no.
I remember that being pretty heavy too.
No. It's, shh, you'll see. Come on.
Okay, I'll wait. I won't
He
ruin
leads
the
you
surprise.
north down Main Street,
Mhm.
across the bridge, turns right,
Mhm.
basically up to Brandon Stalloid's wagon. He
We'd not have had a wheelbarrow.
oh, that would have been a great idea, Mr. Has.
You know, when I
I'm
pulled
so
up
sorry,
Corey,
didn't
I
think
did
of it.
see a wheelbarrow at the livery stables, but
No,
we're way
you haven't.
past that.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did take your horse to the library stand. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have thought of that. Oh, yes. He pulls something out. It's a vial, and he pours it on this lock on the back, and there's this hissing, sizzling, and like the lock melts. Like literally, it's like shh. It's like clunk, and it falls on the ground, and it hisses. Don't touch that. Not for a few minutes. And he opens up the back door. Ha ha ha.
What?
Here, the crates. Here. I think we can fit in. Come on. Everybody in.
Oh, we're breaking into the wagon.
Yeah, he just melted the
All
lock
right.
off the back of the fake Professor Stalloid's wagon.
Yeah.
And, whew. I knew I need this. He pulls out a small crowbar, and he breaks open the
First
crates.
crate.
Packed in straw in each one are several pieces of this very shiny metal that's not gold. It's a silverish, looks like steel or silver. It's extremely heavy. If anybody has science geology, or if you can think of another science for determining metals, yeah. I would take chemistry too, actually.
You would take chemistry?
I'll
All
take
right.
chemistry.
I
yeah.
also
Do you
have
chemistry?
a guess.
Do you have a guess? If
Is it
you
tungsten?
guess it, you could guess it.
Chemistry would know the element.
Tungsten can't be
No.
turned into these little things. It's impossible to forge tungsten. It takes too much heat.
Yeah, unless you're an alien.
I'm not saying it. You guessed it, and that's what goes to your head.
Tungsten's not
Oh,
silver.
okay.
It's kind of a metallic
So
looking.
don't make a
silvery-
roll?
It's like a. Yeah, no,
It's
you can make a
silvery.
roll.
I have some tungsten.
Yeah, it's
Is it?
silvery. It's a silvery. It almost looks like shiny steel. I think I've seen pictures of it. That's what this looks like,
hard.
shiny steel. You made a yeah, it's
What the
tungsten,
hell am I thinking of?
and it's impossible. This is impossible to make. You
So you're
cannot.
probably thinking of like tungsten alloys, which are usually black.
Right.
Yeah, black
You
green.
cannot. The technology does not exist to forge tungsten the
Yeah,
way
to
these
forge
pieces
tungsten.
have been forged. It just cannot be done at this juncture in time. He puts these things
It
together
can
like
barely
he
be
fits them
done at
together
this
like a
juncture in
jigsaw
time.
puzzle. All right, and it
Uh-huh.
creates this weird shaped thing. And he's like, "Oh, yes, that's perfect. That's perfect. All right." And he turns and it starts to go in like it starts to spin. And he's like, "We should run now." And then he just takes off out the back of the wagon
start running.
and runs away. Does
I
Hazard
try to
run?
run with him, yes, because
I'm
I'm
running
like,
with
what is going on?
He runs across the road. Where's that damn map of town? Here it is. He runs. He runs across the road and throws himself down in a ditch. There's a little low spot on the ground. You're hearing a humming coming from the medicine wagon.
Uh-huh.
He looks up and down the road. Yes, clear. I knew it'd be clear. And then he just ducks down and covers his head. What are the two of you doing when you see this?
I'll
duck down and cover my head.
Yeah. There's plenty of room in this ditch.
Like,
it's
I
not
guess
real deep, but it's like a low
cover
spot.
or go down. Why are we doing this? What are we doing?
Oh, just a last favor to a friend. And there is the whining reaches an apex, and then there is a noise of, it's not an explosion, it's not like a boom, but it's like the sound of rending wood and metal. It's like, and shit flies over your heads. And it's just, it's actually shatters, lands on you as well. But there's no explosion. It's almost like there was an explosion, but there was no explosion. You know what I mean? Like, it happened without sound. Is the feel you get. The ground shakes a little bit. And then he's like, "We're done. Thank you very much, gentlemen. It was very nice meeting you.
Did we
Professor
just
Stalloid,
destroy
I've heard so much about you.
Pete
Thank you
Are
so
you
much."
friends with Pete Sutter?
What? Oh, no, I don't really know him, but kind of know him, but not. Thank you, Mr. Hazard. You were a great help as well. No, you look over there. I mean, it's dark out here.
Wagon's gone.
The wagon has
Wagon's gone.
The wagon and tent are gone. You see, the horses were far enough away. Obviously, they weren't harmed, because they were pretty far away. They're pooping all over the place, though. And
All over the place.
he says yes. But wait.
Just a small explanation, at least.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Stalloid, Dr. Stalloid will explain everything. You could probably go over there now, Dr. Stalloid. I appreciate it, but you don't want to talk to me anymore. It's not going to make any sense to you.
Okay.
But thank you so much. And he shakes your
I'll
hand
go
again.
over wherever
he seems
I'll
very,
go
very
wherever he
appreciative.
pointed.
Yeah. He shakes your hand again, Mr. Hazard. So nice to meet you, Mr. Hazard. Just be careful. Watch out for, you know.
And what was your name again, sir?
Boyd Manning, but it doesn't matter because I won't know you tomorrow. Thank you. And then he walks back towards town.
Who the hell was that?
I think he mind transferred. That's not the real Boyd Manning.
That means
And I'll keep.
What?
I'll start walking over to where.
I'm
pointed for
berating
me to
you with
go.
questions as we're walking.
Yeah.
Who's Boyd Manning? What just happened? What are you talking about?
There's
What is
some
going on? There's Yorie's tungsten. It's very heavy. It's as heavy. It's got about the same weight as gold.
Okay,
actually.
it is shiny.
As you walk over there, you see a man lying on the ground, sit up. What the hell's going on?
Pete, you're back from the dead.
Oh no, not you!
Yes, it is I, Brandon Stalloid, reviver of men.
And that's where we'll end. Questions, comments, suggestions?
What the what?
What the what?
Pete's back.
Pete died stupidly, so I wanted to give him one last chance to die. Really stupidly.
Nice.
He died shouting, "God damn you, Jack West!"
Yeah, he did. He was pretty
Wait,
certain.
It wasn't even Jack West that shot him.
No. Jack West was behind the
I
barn.
don't think I was there.
Fighting the. You were there. You were behind the barn
That
fighting
was
the
during
drifter.
the shootout?
Yeah, he was there. You guys could have bribed Pete, and he would have joined your side. I mean, money's all.
Oh, most likely.
Yeah, but he got gunned down. So, questions, comments? Sorry, Loren, you
Pete,
got
I'll
some
give you
information?
$10 to shoot John Valentine right now. $10
No, I don't know if
on
he'd
cash.
do it right then. We introduced Aaron's new character, which is good. You guys have all kind of gotten together.
I like Aaron's new character.
I like Fernando too. He's kind of fun. He's also he seems a little naive, which I like. He's just like, oh, you're going to give me good publicity? Awesome.
Well,
not anymore.
I mean, I guess I kind of did the same thing with text, but I mean, really, I would think someone new, especially to the area, wants to, put out a good impersonation. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's already got
A
some
good
context
first
and stuff.
impression. There we go. That's what
Sean?
I'm trying to say.
And you have tomorrow's show.
What show? All this guy's shit is gone. The only thing that he has going for him is he never leaves any money in the fucking wagon, so all his cash at least survived. Sean, you got some information? Sorry you didn't get too much more than that.
No, it's good.
Comments? What did you guys think?
Also,
at least
my
interesting?
second words to Pete. It's not official this yet, but it's you got a little something right there.
No, that's gone. Actually, whatever happened just blew that off his
gone?
face. It wasn't supposed to be there, you guys. Sorry, Sean. What do you think? What were your thoughts?
I was happy.
Okay.
Now my character's trying to figure out
Exactly.
what the fuck is this dude trying to show me.
Yeah.
I really like how you have your personal quest going on too that none of us know about.
Nobody knows. He hasn't told any of you guys about this weird shit happening to him. Like, wow, these dreams are really creepy. I don't like them, but I need to find out what's going on.
But we're keeping it professional amongst us, so I mean that makes sense too. It seems like a personal thing.
That seems like a personal thing.
Well, no,
There's a ghost
like,
fucking with me.
Story wise.
No, I know. That's okay.
He doesn't have any solid evidence yet. It's just a dream, and right now I'm sure if he finds something tangible, like
it's just a dream.
It's just a dream.
Yeah. Right now it's still just a dream.
Not 100% sure it's a dream.
Well,
It's
yeah.
just a dream.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
No, everything's not fine. The status is not quo.
I do like the fact that your character's very quietly freaking the shit out without telling anybody about it. He's just kind of like,
Yeah. What the fuck is this?
It's like Don Knotts when really weird shit happens. Like, yeah, but you're investigating it. I like that. I got to figure out where that's going. I have ideas, but I haven't anything solid yet. I wanted a little. Go ahead.
Trying to explore every step before I dig up the dude's body.
I don't even know where that is yet. I'm still trying to decide where this last news. There's got to be something. I've got to write. I got to make a prop for it too, when you do eventually.
Felt like that's where it was going next.
Sean finds it. He doesn't even look at it. I just burn it. Fuck that guy. What is he gonna do?
Fuck that
He's
guy.
a ghost.
Fuck
Salted and
racist.
burned too. Go live somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll rent the route out to people I don't like.
Beautiful.
You're not gonna sleep well tonight. Well, you sleep okay. It's actually a pretty good bed, but the dreams are kind of creepy.
Well, I think I bought the bed.
I don't remember. You might have bought the bed. It's in the same spot the other bed was in. Anyway.
See, I thought I said that before.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Y'all said he didn't buy the bed.
I can't remember. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Even if he did buy the bed, it's still having dreams. And this weird guy's haunting him, or he's in his dreams, or who knows at this point. I like Fernando. He was kind of fun. Very innocent. Nobody really knows what he's capable of yet, which is kind of interesting.
he might not tell you the truth anyway. No.
Good.
In truth, he is.
And Hazard and
Not in
Stalloid,
English. No.
Hazard and Stalloid got
might
together,
not
which is kind of
understand you
necessary
either.
for this to progress, because Hazard's got all the, here's what I'm trying to get accomplished, and Stalloid is a guy who will do things. maybe.
Paranormal
I don't know.
detective.
Paranormal, yeah. There's paranormal shit happening. Here's Stalloid. Now we just got to get all of you guys on the same page for actually progressing the story forward as a whole. So that's next. But yeah, this was mainly about bringing fake
Aaron's
Stalloid
not
in.
going to be difficult, thankfully.
Just hire him.
Exactly.
He's got a gun. Hey, maybe he can shoot. Let's go shooting together. We'll be best friends and shoot together. Whoa, shit. You're terrible. But you can come anyway. I need to
Wow,
meet you.
skeletons!
we need someone in the front line.
Yes, you're in the front. Yeah, but yeah, no, that was fun.
Someone with a big hat.
And the return of Pete Sutter, whether he sticks around or not, is up to you guys mostly, I think.
Oh, I think we can hook him.
I gotta
That's
get the
what Pete Sutter is.
Pete Sutter. Oh, yeah, you were from
He's a-
Mexico. You
he's
probably
a-
haven't
he's
really
a
heard of Pete Sutter. He
mean
wasn't down there
son of a
very much.
bitch.
Hutton might have heard of him.
I mean, would I roll for that?
Pete was
Next
so
time,
much fun.
when the
Play
name is
against
brought up,
with,
we'll roll. We'll give you a
okay.
knowledge check. You're a newspaper man too, so you probably have a straight straight up knowledge check to determine whether or not you're like, oh, because he was pretty famous in the United States as far as that
Okay.
criminality goes. But yeah. So any other
Was he a
questions?
real person?
No. Pete Sutter's
Okay.
Pete Sutter is my version of Pete Hutter from The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr., which is a Bruce Campbell TV series that lasted a season. It was great. It's so much fun, and it was a mix
That's
of
Bruce Campbell.
yeah, exactly. It was a mix of science. It was a mix of steampunk. There was some steampunk additions that they would run into people doing crazy, making crazy inventions sometimes. Western, and it's a lot. It's a comedy. It's a lot of fun. The episodes were an hour long.
Good.
So yeah, it's the show is just a lot of fun. I based the whole Crescent. The Catastrophe Engine was based on it pretty strongly. At least the main things. The Crescent, they had the orb. The orb was in the Briscoe County Jr. And it was this orb with these knobs on it. The orb, and it had powers. And I've pulled a lot of the villains and that kind of stuff.
Real quick question.
We're still streaming and everything, so.
Oh, sure, yeah. No. About the game too, somewhat. I was wondering, how well would Demon West be against the old-timey dragons that we're fighting in the other game?
The old-timey dragons.
The dragons?
The dragons from Dark Ages? That you
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Those things seem strong as hell.
Probably pretty well matched. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember all of Jack West's stuff at the end because he was pretty messed up. He wasn't even human anymore, so.
He was definitely not human.
Yeah, he would probably hold his own. Maybe.
Nice.
Depends on the dice. I mean, Elif
Oh,
hurt
it
it
all depends.
and then
all
died
depends
because
on
I
the
rolled
dice.
really well. Yeah.
All you need is an 01 and none of that armor means anything.
No. They do a lot of damage, so yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap up the stream and the recording right here. Hey, thanks for watching. Anybody who's watching, I appreciate it.
Y'all have a good
Bye.
Talk to y'all next time.